Well, that was quick and
what kind of a throw
semi-awkward.
Was that? Go to the gym or something, Sharif?
Wow.
What's up with that?
It's Friday. It's 2 o'clock. They're over there.
It's 2:01. He out of here.
Yo, the Chad is trying to finish his thought over there. Like, were you here for that?
No, I was here.
Joe's a straight up Chad. He wants to finish his thought.
Joe, no extra pay for this.
Yeah, no, he can do it for free though.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
We can go back to Joe for a second.
Do we want to go back to Joe?
He was in the middle of a thought. He was finishing a sentence.
Do you have his mic? Can he?
Yeah, thank you. There we go. All right, guys, it is Friday. Make sure you keep those risk measures in place, okay? It's Friday. You don't want to ruin the week. If you've had a solid week, shut it down. Enjoy the Friday. And if not, there's always Monday, and we'll see you back then, guys. Now off to the big desk.
There's Monday for some people.
There we go.
Ain't gonna be no Monday for me. I'm gonna be on a beach.
Yeah.
Actually, I might be at a game on. Hopefully, I'll be on a beach.
Yeah.
On Monday, I might be at the game too. I'll be sipping a brew.
Is there a game? I guess you don't. Is it one of those things where I'm just pleading ignorance because I don't know? Do you have to? Is it a pre?
Yeah, you have to. So my wife bought tickets.
Walk-up tickets?
You can. Oh, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
for sure you can. But
okay.
so we'll only go to 2 games with my daughter for spring training. But yeah, we're gonna be going to the beach too. Like that's Indian Springs. We haven't stayed there before. It's kind of
okay.
More clear water than anything else.
Okay.
But the crypto summit's happening.
You wouldn't know it.
Yeah. So it's. Like, I don't know, like you have to go to the White House YouTube or something to follow along. And if we hear anything, we'll pass it along to you guys.
There's good things on YouTube, that's the thing.
Yeah, but you want to be with us. So
right, like you can't,
Forget about that. We didn't do shawarma. iBit's making a run. It's at VWAP.
Shawarma. I just sat down. You see, Randy was literally in my seat.
Huh?
I mean, Fabian has us working like crazy right now, filming all this stuff.
We did some filming today. We did a lot of filming today.
Trying to put out some educational stuff.
There was a lot of talking that was done. Not that we do any talking to begin with.
All right, we're still short Intel. I'm still long. I mean, come on, Big Bear AI. I mean, why is the most uneventful day of Big Bear AI's life its day after earnings? Like it had one move down, and I guess this was again, we were here watching this, and we were like, oh my gosh, we missed getting long at 3, hopefully 13. But yeah, Big Bear AI. I mean, it's like we get some out at VWAP, we get some out. Like we're green on the stock, but it's not moving enough for me to even talk about. So we're in Big Bear AI as promised all day. I'm just hoping someone gets excited. My offer on BBAI is in the 40s, then in the 60s. So trying to get something here, then back sort of where we got out already, and then take out the pre-market high. We'll sit in Mr. Big Bear AI there. We want to thank Kevin O'Leary for coming through earlier. I don't know if we have any clips out for that yet, but that was a lot of fun. Roasted us, so that was good. We'll get him back. But yeah, interesting day so far. To be honest with you, I haven't been sitting here at all. We made a couple trades on AMD, and then other than that, not much. So I'm going to review all the market. We're going to review the names that you guys want on the rundown, which would be awesome. Give us an idea of what's been moving around. I'm going to assume Tesla was moving a bit. We did have crypto. Obviously, you talked about the summit there. I'm looking at the price 88.6, and I feel like that's where it was at 11 o'clock. So I haven't experienced the ups and downs.
There was an up and down, but like Sean said, I was away from my desk for like 90 minutes. And then sat back down and then had lunch. So I haven't done much trading. But there was a big move in crypto. It's just right back to where it was at 11 o'clock, though. So there was the dip and there was the rip. So if you just missed all of that, it was kind of a bad out because it spiked right after. Then there's really nothing too crazy happening. There was a big bounce in Broadcom.
Okay.
So Broadcom did a full reversal here. And it's actually the reason. So I reloaded Intel. Remember, I got wicked out of it early in the morning and then just got back in underneath VWAP. But with this trending up, the fact that it reversed so strongly, I feel like the chip names are going to catch up a little bit here. So if this is going to continue breaking, if we break VWAP, I'm going to get out of Intel, start thinking about the strength in this market because we're approaching the top. Broadcom's already broken the top. I like it for some strength.
Yeah, wasn't the Nasdaq down huge at one point today?
Yeah, the Qs were getting
middle of the day. It was down like
getting smoked. Like if you go back,
what a
little slow loading my charts today. It's a good thing I'm restarting my computer after I don't think I restarted this.
Thing is, the futures
Look
are
at the cues.
such a good spot.
Complete V-shaped recovery. You're at the absolute highs. So I like the fact that Intel's at a lower high when you're at the highs. But if we break out, got to find something long to follow, because Rigetti, while it worked earlier, has not been the one the second time through. Like, I'm long this consolidation, but I'm long at the top, so I don't want to give it past here. If we break 30, I'm out.
Ooh la la, thank you, Randy.
You're going to win.
All right,
Bold
Randy.
prediction.
Cheers.
I have tea. Tea is good.
Cheers. Yes, tea is really good.
I can't drink coffee in the afternoon.
All right, so if I win the Volkswagen Buzz, we'll just sell it and split it.
Chop it in half.
Wow, well, first we'll
Chop
sell
it in half.
First we'll sell it, and then whoever buys it. Yes, we'll go for it. Well, then when we take it off the lot, though, we lose half the value.
No, you got to take the cash. No, but when you get those prizes, do they? Yeah,
I've never got it.
Don't they usually give you like a cash?
Sometimes they'll
option?
offer you. I think it's like on Price is Right. Don't they offer you cash or?
Price is Right would offer you
sure.
a cash version if you didn't want the car.
I mean, people. Has anybody in our chat won anything significant? Like, what happens? Like, McDonald's has like the monopoly. Do you just take the car? Like,
I wouldn't like small fries with
like honestly, like I mean, I would have fun with an ATV, but like, I can't really
the kids
run that
would
around
love the
city.
ATV.
Yeah,
you trust me, you'd want the ATV.
And I got to get a trailer. I got to get it up to some sort of a.
Oh, those are first world problems. I'm pretty sure you'd be okay getting a trailer. The kids would love it.
You know, I've got 99 problems.
Like that's come on. John would want the trailer.
An ATV ain't one of them yet. All right.
What are we doing?
Yeah, let's hopefully we can win.
Before we go over there,
at high a day.
Yeah,
We love
Chet GPT, Palantir at high days. This is the thing. The market with a big V-shaped recovery. Chet,
right here though. Chet.
this market is trying to put one on there. I think we're supposed to be going to Sharif, but as I said here,
Oh, there it is. Yeah. We can go over there.
we lose this support. I'm out and waiting for VWAP. Intel's at
67,
VWAP.
20.
Broadcom's starting to come back down. Let's go to Sharif. We're locked and loaded. Let's see what you guys want us to talk about.
Welcome, everyone, to the Afternoon Rundown, the show where you decide what we talk about every afternoon. The big boys are ready to go, and they're ready to look at the tickers as decided by you. But the only way to get your tickers up there is to join us during the How to Trade show during the midday and get into the chat and vote for your favorite tickers every day. But you got to be a subscriber in order to engage with us in the chat. So make sure you're liking, subscribing, and sharing. Here's a look at the triple Qs. We started out the day with everything negative. Now all the four major averages are actually positive on the day, with the NQ about 0.5%, likewise with the ES. The Dow also up a little bit more, 0.55, and the Russell 2000 also up 0.5%. So all the four major averages looking awfully similar. Nvidia, the first ticker though, as decided by you guys, up 0.19, so about 0.5%. No specific Nvidia catalyst today. We did have this though. It looks like the US is going to target DeepSeek. That could have some Nvidia ramifications there. Also, Nvidia, Meta, and Amazon are being reportedly investigated by the US Labor Department for fair pay practices. And then Donald Trump chiming in today talking about the CHIPS Act, calling it, guys, a waste of money.
Yeah, which stinks because look, it's actually not that it's not that easy to get that CHIPS Act money or cancel the CHIPS Act. Like, there's still a chance that it'll get saved, but obviously that's going to hurt like things like Intel. Nvidia back to VWAP and breaking it right now. For long story short, I did take one trade in it, but then we made it. I made a decision that it was stronger and we wanted Intel at 21. So that was the decision, and we shorted Intel at 21, and they both would have worked, but you pick one over the other, and it's as simple as that. I think if you lose VWAP here, you're going to be in a world of hurt because the market's at the highs, and we are making lower highs on Nvidia. This is a stock I would have preferred it be at 113, and we can short it up there. But for now, stronger recovery in Broadcom, stronger recovery in a lot of other risk assets, stronger recovery in the Qs. Relatively speaking, percentage-wise, the same thing, but Qs at the highs. I think Nvidia, at least until it gets and breaks 113 area, is still a little bit of a short here today. So all well and good what we've done to be green, but I still think its stock is a short.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way with all of this. Like, I just put a short on the TQs. It's not a great price. It's just right here. We just took 10 handles on 10%. Yeah, looking to go short the NASDAQ right here. Okay, Nvidia. We traded it today, and we're green on it. We don't have any red names today. So, well, we have BBAI waiting for that to fill up. I don't know. That one I'm not so sure. I don't know about PBAI, guys. But yeah, Nvidia. So Nvidia, we were real proud of ourselves, right? Because we hit this 109 to 110 exactly as we listed it. But then it came right back. So we actually got out and we were doing this live. So anybody that was watching, knows that I was in this trade. And we took advantage of it, man. It went right up into VWAP, right up into the 200 period. And we pretty much emptied it all out. So that turned out to be, a pretty decent move there by getting out. But then what happened was we tried it again. And, this is what I'm saying. One time, two times, this time, not a charm. And it wound up breaking lower. So there's our 109.20 fill. There's our 108.75. So that's 50-cent clean hit right there. We never put on as many shares the second time around, but we still had shares. So we did wind up giving some back. And then, like I said, I wasn't here at all during lunch, came back and then started filming. So I haven't had any trades. But as Neil had just mentioned there, of course, I don't know. I don't know if it's setting up to be in the right spots right now for Nvidia. I mean, maybe a high up here if we can short in and around there, cool. But for right now, the only trade that I'm on is AMD. So if we want to just quickly, I was just on it. But this is what I was looking at this top. So we got a couple ins and outs here, profitable trades. It's just, it blew out the top twice. So here we were sitting there, it came in, took us out. Then we reshorted again, got out, then got out. So a little bit sloppy here, but there's AMD to the downside. Wish we would have, again, we canceled all our orders and we were out of here, but there's the nice move down. So we nailed that again, $99, $100, all the way down to 96. We don't have any executions out there, but the short was right in this space. So, all right, Broadcom, obviously Sharif there had a great report today. I'd mentioned that it could get down, but let's go hear about this from Sharif and then we'll analyze price movement.
Yes, it certainly did, Sean. Breaking through that 200 all the way back down. It's still positive on the day, though, guys. About 7 1/4, 7 1/5. It was an easy beat on the top and bottom line with a good guide. Specifically, their AI revenue continues to grow an eye-watering 70-some-odd% year over year. We'll have to wait and see exactly how they do, guys. Very interesting notes in the conference call, or during the conference call yesterday. Huck Tan basically saying he's not interested in dealing or working with any startups. He's only looking for those hyperscaler boys.
Yeah, but you start
hyperscalers.
Sometimes you start big and then work your way out.
Yeah, makes sense.
Nothing wrong with that.
Palantir.
Look, what an unbelievable bounce for Broadcom. Like, how often do you actually see a gap up on earnings where you revert the entire move and then show this kind of strength to go? Okay, I get it. It's not at the actual high, but this is the open here. So you're at highs relative to the open price. And you're right back to where the bull flag was in the aftermarket with Joe and Sean. I think as long as it can hold on, it's like 192.5. If it can hold on to that, this looks pretty bullish going in the afternoon. And I'll say this with every single chip name or tech name. When we caveat, even if I like a long and say if it holds this level, we look pretty strong. The caveat is I don't think we're out of the woods yet for any of these. They're still in a downward trend off the top in a general sense and up that 8%, but that doesn't really tell you the full story because there was a lot of selling at the open here today. So yeah, I think you can find some strength if it's able to hold some of these highs, and then you have a little bit more room to go. That 200 was a pretty telling level, and as long as there's room to 200, there's room to go on this. I do prefer a little bit trading Intel. Oh, and there's one name that kind of completely went across the wayside in the chip space. And that was ARM's move. ARM did an equally sort of crazy ramp, fall, and then V-shape. And I wish I had noticed this, but hey, I haven't looked at ARM in a bit from a trading perspective because we've noticed liquidity stinks. Look at the bottom here on ARM at 118. Oh boy. Yeah, sometimes it's actually not that complicated. You don't often see a name on sympathy, falling with the market, go right into a support level, and then break it out. So on the off chance, we're probably not going to dip. On the off chance we see this today, because if it goes there next week, I'm not going to get a chance to trade it. I got to watch out for ARM, maybe even a breakout of this 125 top. Good chip name that got missed here by myself. Usually it's on my list of stocks to watch. It wasn't today, and that was about an easy of a bottom because it was there all week.
What's up, Finn? Yeah, we'll check out Nvidia. Like, I mean, right now VWAP bounces. So I'm just short we just got more short the market. We're only 10 handles out right now on our average price. But I'm stopped, just to review this, because it's the trade that's the most active right now. We're going to get out if it takes out the high right there. Let's just see what happens here into the afternoon on the market. That's my thought right here. Look, we talked about Broadcom earlier, and I said that, I mean, it's the same play that we always talk about every day on earnings. So once it gets up here, you're looking for it to break through the pre-market levels, right? And so where's open? 930. So right into here. I guess I could just look at the volume and be able to tell. So that basically was at these pre-market levels right there. We actually started breaking down before the market even opened. So I think it told you it wanted to go down. But like, you know, to what extent, hard to predict a 182. I kind of said tongue-in-cheek at the beginning of the show that Broadcom will probably go back to red. It didn't quite get there. It came pretty close. I guess yesterday we closed at 180, so you came within $2. But yeah, what a nice move back up, man. We talked about it yesterday, how we thought Broadcom came in and saved the market a little bit. It's nice that it's up 7%. Like, I'd hate that if it was down 7%, and then that triggered like SMH selling, SOXL selling, and all of that. And then that might have, you know, created a little bit more downside movement in other names like Nvidia, so on and so forth. I'm going to have to call up Broadcom on our eSignal chart just to avoid the split, because our charts don't account for that. This is the thing that I just wanted to show everybody just one more time, and that was that we bounced completely off the 200 period moving average. So, you know, it's given us this trade once, twice, and then, I don't know, roughly thrice, and then right there again. So anyone playing the longs, you're rewarded, but the only thing is the implied move, Sharif, was 7%. So options kind of washed on that. Hopefully you have some with a longer date, and maybe this moves over the weekend and we get something come Monday. But yeah, Broadcom, kind of a nothing burger. I would say now that we're above VWAP, retracements back to 189 there, worth a shot long. So that would be my call, a 189 long. If the market comes back in, I would retest that. Good catalyst, good report, right space. Broadcom for the win today. Congratulations if you had bought off that 200.
Apple has a good day, guys, but about 1% off the high as this new news item came in midday. This says about 12.50. Apple is delaying the upgrade to Series, taking longer than they thought, says the release over here. So I believe we were up at the 242. Guys, we're breaking down now below 239. Could be trouble here for Apple.
Update taking longer than they thought. Yeah, this is the... wouldn't kick them when they're down, I guess, sort of thing. But today, Apple was really strong relative to the market. As a matter of fact, like, this is a perfect example of that whole 200 period that we've been talking about. It doesn't even get there. Nice bounce off. But you're making a bit of a, call it like a wedge, I guess, like higher lows and lower highs into a point. When that happens, it's range-bound trading until you break the wedge. Wasn't looking at Apple, but I guess if you were, there's no question the support held, and our resistance, which you can see up here at like 242, 243, that's exactly where it turned. So story or no story, it basically held support and then got a nice move into the top. I mean, VWAP looks good. The only reason I don't love this off VWAP is why are we at VWAP when the market's at the high? Because of that story. So that doesn't seem that strong. Like, I feel like a continuation long. Like, I'm looking at Broadcom. I'm in Rigetti, although that has nothing to do with the market. I mean, Rigetti does Rigetti things. Like, it's in a bull flag right now that I'm in the middle of. But yeah, I'd rather something a little bit stronger than Apple off of VWAP. Like, why is it at VWAP? It doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to find something a little bit stronger for a long trade. But yeah, I do like Apple. It's not on the list of stocks that I like as a dip buy in the next couple of quarters because I just like a few things better. You know, I like Meta a little bit better. I've talked about XLF and that kind of thing. But nothing wrong with Apple. I'm not selling any.
30 handle hit incoming right now, because look what's happening to the market right now. We're starting to get upside. So it doesn't look like we'll get that. Well,
conference up somewhere.
Okay, so we're out. I was going to say, like, I don't think, it doesn't look like we're getting that move down in the market, but you're still, I'm just not holding, like, we started at the right spot. I'm fine doing it. We were going against that high right there. Like, it went up there and then retraced back down, 67.25. It went all the way to 66.50. Like, that was 75 handles, so we just lost 30 there. So you know, I think the risk to reward was worth it. It may fade off of this right now. I think we're going to stay away from that short, even though we're right here. It's been such a bad week that, you know, you could get a little bit of that rally happening. I don't know. Could we? I mean, I'm hoping we can. But at the end of the day, that's an L. So we just got out at 67.30. So, where's the fail button? We'll slap the fail on that one. Yeah, I mean, Neil just covered Apple. You know, let's just go over and we'll just skip it. You know, there's not much happening there. I do like the stock. I do think it's obviously a tariff play. I know Joe was mentioning, or maybe it was Sharif, but getting around some things there with the iPhone. But at the end of the day, it's China, right? So China's a huge market for Apple. And I could just see some pushback. I mean, we're already seeing it with Tesla car. Is Tesla on there? No, we're already seeing it. Like, I was over at a friend's house yesterday, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you can't buy a Tesla anymore. Or like, you're gonna get like, you know, looked at a certain kind of way." And I'm just like, "Really?"
I don't look at my neighbor any differently.
Well,
Good dude.
Yeah, well, that's because you know the guy. But I'm just saying, like, they're getting. I mean, it's just a fact. Like, they're getting vandalized.
Well, we were talking about the sign.
I mean,
there was that one sign in.
People have lost their minds. I mean,
it was in London. They had that ridiculous. Someone put up a sign. Like, look, they're calling it the swastika, which is ridiculous. I hate when people make that reference. It's like there's some things that just like have a sense of perspective sometimes. Like, what are we?
Yeah, since when does
you can like or not like something? That's fine. Just have a sense of perspective. But
I mean, Elon's not doing anything to help his cause.
No, of course he's not.
So that's the whole thing.
Not
right?
at all.
Like,
yeah, I'm not.
You know,
I'll probably buy some. Like I already said, I'll leave the order in down at 222. We weren't even talking about Tesla. How do we get from Apple to Tesla?
Oh, yeah,
that's fine. Because Tesla's not even on the list. Let's talk some Bitcoin, which is moving a little bit. Well, apparently you should also not wear an Apple Watch.
Well, I already know I'm going straight to hell, so.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Talk about
according to O'Leary.
Talk about escalating things just right quick.
Yeah, that guy's too much, man. What a fun guy.
Oh, right to hell.
Yeah, well, but anyways, I got him. You know, I got him to commit to coming back, so then it's on.
My mom's gonna watch that and be like,
Donkey Kong.
He said what? That's not a thing.
It's on. But anyways, all right. Sharif.
He was joking, Mom.
Yes, sir. Here we go with IBIT, Bitcoin at 88,500, trying to work its way above that $90,000 again. Yesterday, we got a new executive order from Donald Trump announcing the strategic Bitcoin reserve. We went over this before. They're not going to be allocating new taxpayer money to buy Bitcoin, but they are looking for what they call budget neutral additions, likely sell off government assets maybe to buy Bitcoin. Just speculating. Currently, there is a summit happening at the White House, a crypto summit. It started at 1:30, goes to about 5:30. We will hopefully have live remarks coming out of that summit at around 3 o'clock. So stay tuned with us, guys. IBIT down 0.4.
Market is pumping. Wow. Good move here for the market for sure right now. All right, crypto. So. Yeah, I know we haven't really seen too much today. I mean, I was wishing that we would maybe have a little bit more movement with this summit, with everything going on. But at the end of the day, this is a 15-minute chart, right? So maybe we can even zoom in even further if we really did want to. But 12 o'clock, it's 90,000. I mean, like I said, I wasn't here, so I actually didn't realize that we actually did have a move. 90,400 down, so that's 5,000. Wrong math. That's 86. 90,486, 4,000. All right, so 4,000 to 5,000, depending on what these wicks are, as we get that move. So that's a decent move, right? A 5% move. So at the end of the day, you know, it's a 15-minute chart. We've really looked at the 200-period moving average as an indicator. Once you break it, there's the upside there. You break it down. It didn't really work too good. Pretty choppy. So right now, just as you can see, just by looking, it's very up and down, man. It's like the NASDAQ. We were at lows, then we're at highs. So if the NASDAQ's going to get out highs and we're going to start to rally a little bit, yeah, maybe this weekend we do start to go upside there. But again, there's just so much uncertainty that I think the best thing to do when you're looking at crypto right now is to go over to a one-day chart and just say, you're at the 200-period moving average. So if you're treating this as, and by the way, Big Bear AI, hold on a second. Where's that do something thing? It's trying to.
I don't have that either.
I have it. There. Right. That's just for Big Bear AI. I'm going to show that in a minute. But bouncing off the 200 period moving average might be something for crypto, and that right now is at 83. So I think that's where you want to look, to be honest with you. And if you do get a dip by opportunity, I think that I bought at 87 and 86 by accident. And so I'm going to be here's Big Bear. So I'm going to be waiting for, can we just get that, Phil? I'll be waiting for that to happen over the weekend, see if we can hold in and around that 82, 83. I believe it's going there. So then the next level after that was 70,000. But yeah, so there's Big Bear AI.
So there's like that live, I guess, broadcast on the website and the.
It's frozen over there when you're.
It's not frozen. It says it doesn't even start for 33 minutes. So the conference has started, but the actual live stream where you can follow along doesn't start till 3 o'clock. So let's put it this way. I don't know what you want to do with this until then, and then maybe just play reaction off of whatever shenanigans start happening or get said after 3 o'clock. I don't want to mess around with Bitcoin.
Shenanigans? Come on, you know that's not going to
until we have an idea what's being said, what's not being said. I'm gonna steer clear from BTC, but I can't say anything different than Sean because I bought it at 86 myself. I'm of the opinion that we could be headed back down into the 70s, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Oh no, Rigetti just came right back down. Retested the high. Knees weak, arms heavy. Just tag the high, and we'll try to get some back in the low. 30 fills are better than 40 fills, which is not rocket science, but that's also the range that Rigetti's been in here. And let's talk, Daniel, I was going to answer your question about Meta, but as you can see, Meta's on the list right now. So I will answer it after we get back from Sharif.
140 some odd dollars off the top, guys, after that 20-day winning streak on Meta. We touched 600, but barely. It's a great looking hammer candle right now. I think we're up to about 620 or so, guys. Let me know where we are, but a nice 600 defend here on Meta.
626, Sharif. And to answer your question, Daniel, yes, I did get filled in my PA. Now, I did say this, like everyone has their own personal style when it comes.
22?
No, not this time. No, because it was supposed to be in front of 600, and then I had another bid in front of like the 200 period moving average. But let's put it this way. Like I said, if you're looking to get what anyone considers a full position, everyone's going to be different. Like to me, I want to be buying only a quarter of what I consider what I want to buy in the next year and a half, 2 years in Meta in this little tranche, right? So this is not look at Neil like, oh, I've called that bottom. Let's take that couple of points. No. This is a long-term buy and hold, and I'm just DCAing into it. But that is a very, very nice wick bottom, provided it doesn't blow up or down, I guess, in this particular case. Like I like the fact that you found support there. It doesn't break the trend on Meta, but it can give you a little sense of relief. Just feel like, this is the issue. Like we're going into the supply zone that held yesterday, right around like this 630. Anybody feel comfortable on a Friday being long up at the top into the supply zone? I don't. So I don't. Like if I'm long something at the top, it should be a parabolic mover, not Meta into resistance. So yeah, great recovery off the 600 level. Let's see it actually hold and put some higher lows in before it's out of the woods just yet. Love the company. I think it'll be great. And we'll answer some questions before. Daniel said they got filled at 605. Great. I think if you're holding for the long term, 601, 603, 605, it's all the same thing 20 years from now, right? Doesn't matter.
All right, Meta. Yeah, look, I mean, with a PE of just 24, I mean, I think Meta,
that'll work.
I mean, it's fine. It has room to get lower than that, but at the end of the day, I mean, this name has gotten killed. Like, so many of these, what I consider to be pretty high quality names, like a Google, like an Amazon, like I almost feel like you could just sort of pick your poison with all of these and then just figure out which one you like and go for it, right? So I mean, Meta down here, Google's the lowest, I think, with a forward PE of, I think it was 19. I just looked it up yesterday, didn't I? So if I do buy any more stock, it probably, 19, probably will be Google. But okay, at the end of the day, man, $600 looks like a great one. Whether or not you're gonna wait for 560, I mean, that's significantly lower than where we are now. It does feel like the NASDAQ, off of what we've seen there, like 20,000 was breached. Like that was big when that happened. You get down there, you get down to about 250 handles, and then it's straight upside. So like that low there was 19, 19,800, let's just say it's 19,780 or something, all the way up to like 20,250. So it's like 500 handles, pretty much like just riding the 50 period up here. This was interesting that you got to dip down there. But look, if the market is anywhere near the bottom, then you're going to look back and be like, wow, Meta was at 6 and Google was at 165 and whatever, Amazon even at
200.
Did it hold 200? Well, yeah, okay. So Amazon literally at 200. So I just think that a lot of these are high quality companies. I don't need to tell you that. There's a lot of levers that can get pulled, but at the same time, you know, this 200 period, it's there as a target, but it doesn't mean that we can't break and get lower. So, yeah, I like them all. So I think you just pick your poison. Amazon, these are the ones that I would choose. Amazon, Meta, or Google. So out of those three, I think Meta's probably one of the safer ones, as every time there's someone born, that means there's a new Instagram account created. So I would just be very, very careful. Yeah, Obi liked that one. Yeah. Well, thanks, Obi. Man, I appreciate that. Obi will be with me as next week. Neil will be just straight chilling, which is real nice. I cannot, unfortunately, convince my wife to take a vacation. So, unfortunately, I will be working like the dog.
Well, the problem is...
No.
The problem is she has too many things going on.
Yeah, there's that, and there's not... she's in full baseball.
They have academy stuff down there. One of my buddies,
she's at baseball tonight.
His son is down in spring training, but they have like camps.
Oh, yeah.
While spring training's going on, so the rep team will go and they do their stuff, and then they get to go to the spring training game. So like lots of select teams do that. It's probably not It's probably more cost effective to do camp somewhere else than
I would never go on vacation to do a camp. Like she's playing in Boston this summer.
It's good weather. It's
it's great. Well, you know, she's in the batting cage tonight here for an hour from 4 to 5, but I'm going to be doing the recap show, so the wife will be
a
with
lefty.
Her. And then tomorrow, she bats left. And then tomorrow, we start up our winter training again. So 2 hours a week, every weekend. Until the season starts. So, yeah, it should be fun. But
I like this.
Yeah, AMG, Amazon, Meta.
Yeah,
Google.
Ronnie R.
Yeah, those are my picks, man.
AMG, baby.
The three amigos.
What's the thing? It's like...
I mean, you can't... Look, I can't support Tesla. I honestly, I think that stock is going a hell of a lot lower. That's
not Tesla, no.
I'm throwing Tesla out of there, right?
You throw Microsoft
Apple,
out.
I'm buying the index on dips. So Apple, I'm kind of like committed to that by doing that. It seems like every time someone sells an Apple share, the joke used to be it goes into Uncle Warren's pocket or some sort of an index.
Yep.
So that's fine. I'm pretty happy with that. What are the other mag ones again? Microsoft. I can't wrap my head around
why
I still own a lot of Microsoft, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know what levers to pull.
I haven't sold any.
Still something. Where's Fabian at?
It's supposed to be the AI play, and it's just not working out. A couple of questions, a lot of words. Yes, the weather's perfect. I hope it's great. My brother's actually it's weird. Like my brother's gonna be in the Orlando area when I'm in the Tampa area. It just kind of worked out that way. Real Noberts, which is one of my faves in the chat for obvious reasons. What happened to ALTM stock? Has it been delisted? Yes. ALTM stock was delisted.
Ultimune or something?
That was the stock with the 70 million imbalance sell 2 days ago.
Oh, right.
It's a buyout the same way WBA is a buyout, and it got delisted. So Ultimune is gone. Palantir, look out. Hold some till next week. Yeah, look out. Look out because Palantir is on one.
It is?
See, this is different. It's above the highs. It's not at the supply zone. It's above the supply zone and and continuing to break out. So yeah, this one could be a nice little area for a dip buy here. That's a good look for a trade.
I still got like a third left.
AMG equals BMW. You guys haven't? Oh
no,
I want to see somebody.
We just want to
roll up the rim,
half hour ago.
Roll up the rim.
Randy's got the. I got the large. Is that a large or extra large? That's just a large. Yeah. Let's see. Here you go. So it does exist.
Boom. And is that the free coffee?
Winner, free coffee.
That is the free coffee that you get?
Oh, no, you just chugged that right there?
Randy's not playing around.
Play again.
But open up your app, man. You get 2 rolls on the app every time you buy a coffee.
So I shouldn't hit the fail yet.
So you can open up your app there, and we could do a live roll up the rim on your app, Randy.
It's not the same effect. Like the McDonald's thing, like you have to go into the app at the McDonald's. I want the fun of just winning.
Get your phone out, man.
I like it.
No, but it's free. So I won 2 6-month free Sirius Satellite radios subscriptions.
Boom.
Yes, I'm not going to use them.
I've already told the story how
if anybody
I got
wants
6
that
months
code,
free.
you can have that.
I'll take it.
Really? Okay, yeah, I'll send it to you.
I scammed. Actually,
No, I don't have any.
I
don't
got
have any
6 months
rolls.
extra.
I don't have any
I'm
rolls
serious.
left.
I shouldn't tell that.
You see, let's rolls. You can't see, but it says 0 rolls. Let's roll. Did you get it? Okay, here we go. Let's go, Randy. I guarantee you're going to win. 100. How many rolls do you have?
He just guaranteed the win. You should make him.
Oh, you didn't even do the
accountable.
skill testing question? I think the answer is 40.
I got 16.
Oh, the answer was you got 16 rolls? See what I'm saying?
Oh, of course he's going to win if he has 16 rolls.
Out of 16 rolls, I think you're going to win 7 times. Power of positive thinking right there. You see what I'm saying? Okay, 1 for 1. Yeah, how much? 20 bucks? 10 bucks? $25 skull candy. There you go. Buy some headphones. All right, next. See this, Randy? By the way, I'm taking half
That's
of it.
all right.
50 Tim's reward points.
Okay, 2 for 2.
2 for 3, actually.
Oh.
Oh, 1 free coffee.
Are you serious? Dude. This guy's lighting it up, bro.
Randy
and you didn't
can't
even
lose.
know this existed without me. So you
Guy
would have let
can't
them
even
expire. So I just want to say that deal about 50-50 still counts, right? Because, no.
This guy's going to
Now
win.
you're probably going
This
to
guy's going to win a car live in front of us. That's
Yeah,
what's going to
okay.
happen.
Okay, forget it, Randy. It's, we're losing the audience here. All right, let us know if you. Yeah, let's bet on Randy. Yeah, see, this is how I'm thinking, right? I immediately when we have this discussion, I'm doing an over/under. I did the over/under of 7.
7 seems like a lot, but
2. Okay, that's how many wins? That's 5 wins then. You got the skull candy, the reward
yo,
points.
if you win a donut, you know what's happening.
3 free coffees. So that's 6 times. Okay, so you need 1 more win, and then it's a push.
Ridiculous. I can't believe this is actually happening.
And I'm putting a tariff on Randy as well. So
25%.
yeah, why?
his winnings.
Because why not? That's why. Apparently, you don't need logic to put tariffs anywhere. I mean, I was literally asking Mr. Wonderful there about like, I cannot believe the problem that Canada has with their fentanyl just leaking over into the States.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, yeah, that's what's happening around here. So, all right, was that? Do we say that was not Go to Adara? She was just commenting on Randy. Okay. All right. So just in
Do it at 3 a.m. Better odds. Someone just said. Seems interesting.
I did read something about that. Like, if you keep all your rolls until the last couple weeks or whatever it is, maybe even the last couple days, what happens is the algorithm has to guarantee that, like, 30% of whatever they advertise, like 1 out of every 6 cups wins. Well, in the last couple days, they'll realize that only 1 out of every 10 cups have won. So they'll start pushing winning cups over.
That sounds like it's perfectly reasonable to try out.
There you go. So what is that? Yeah, you won a coffee? Yeah, look at all that, man. You got some you can't
really
see. Okay, you got, all right, congratulations, Randy.
Yeah, let me see.
That was a good one. Oh, and by the way, make sure you just keep you can get any size coffee too, remember.
But he didn't win any.
Pro tip.
He didn't win anything that is edible.
He did win though.
As everyone knows, I just wanted to see.
I
him
have a
win
free donut in my
pastry.
account, so I can give that. I don't know if I can actually transfer them or what. But
it's
the code for Sirius is just a code.
cannolis are better, anyways. Which, by the way, we'll
There
get
are
on.
massive fentanyl labs in the Rocky Mountains. Good to know.
That is
Wonderkind. How do you know that?
That's what I want to know. How would you know that?
In the Rocky Mountains.
I could
Isn't
tell.
that where Coors Light is?
I'd love to
in
tell
the
us
Rocky Mountains.
You know, I have like 1 million cousins, right?
That's a surprise. Yep.
One of them was like a Nino Brown in a particular area in England. And I remember hearing
England, okay.
Yeah, and I remember hearing the story, and it was. I visited England once as a kid, and I remember when I told
fentanyl, right?
No, it wasn't. It was back in the day. It's like in late 80s, early 90s. And I remember telling my mom, like, oh, and this cousin, I won't say his name, and this cousin came by and took us out shopping, and then my mom's eyes lit up, like, who? You went shopping? And then she was on the phone.
Why was she so mad?
Because everyone knew what he did.
Oh.
And that was sort of the thing.
So they didn't want.
I had a lot of cousins.
Well, I mean,
I'm
especially
West
if you're
Indian, so I have a
if you're
ridiculous
young,
amount
I
of
mean, you don't
cousins.
want to get caught in
A cousin played for England, at a basketball, and then
Where's my
Liverpool.
stop
It's
on
like, it's
Newtown?
crazy how many cousins I have. But let's get back to the market for a second, because we're sort of chilling out at the highs. I'm trying to play this range-bound, boring game that's happening in Rigetti. There's nothing really breaking out. Volume is, I don't want to say drying up, because it's not like we've had a ton of volume. About 19 minutes till this stream starts. The what do we call it? The crypto conference stream, even though the conference started like an hour and a half ago. So I jumped back into the prior resistance. Yes, that's a real wick. This morning, it stunk because we all had the top on Intel, and then I put a trail on it and got the worst possible exit and then didn't get back in at the end of the show. So we're in about the same level here and wanting to work into this high on Intel. Let us know what else you guys are watching. I'm going to have Nvidia on watch, Nvidia, Intel, Rigetti, which I'm in, and iBit because the conference. So if there's something else moving, let us know. Like you got a little bit of a flag here on Nvidia, not too much going crazy. Adrian Carroll, Neil, Joe, when did you guys first meet? Joe, when did Joe start trading? Where's Joe? Been here.
Joe's probably been here 6 or 7 months.
I was gonna say, it's less than more than half a year, less than a year. So whenever that was. Before October, there you go. Because they were on the Halloween thing. So yeah, it hasn't been that long. For any of the traders here on the floor, like we met them when they came onto the floor. So like we met Sharif when he joined the trading floor. We met Obi when he joined the trading floor. Sean and I just went to high school together. So everyone else, you kind of meet them when they come onto the floor.
I think we graduated about 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. When's our 10-year reunion a few years away?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Our valedictorian has really screwed the pooch on the actual any reunions.
But which one was the valedictorian? It was the guy that started with a B.
You remember the story?
Yeah, but didn't he get
our own boys stuffed the ballot for our valedictorian in high school against one of our dude, like one of our close friends was going to win. They stuffed the ballot against him just to punk him.
Always up to no good.
Like that stuff matters when you're going for scholarships and like the rest of life. And they still did it anyways. I won't name any names because it's a very childish thing.
Are we allowed to show that tariff thing or no? I don't know.
What
must
tariff
be,
thing?
right? I mean, we're not going to get. It's an advertisement too.
What are we
right?
showing?
No, we did talk about this earlier. So this is pizza. Yeah, I'm just playing without audio. It doesn't matter. It just says, "Hey, tariffs, eat this," and then Pizza is a Canadian pizza company, and it's just I don't know. Import pizza, export hunger, reverse tariff. I don't know. Ramin, he must have been from Sharif's account there. But no, so just Ramin said that to me. We had talked about it earlier on, so those of you that were interested in that. The thing about it is it's just, I think it's more to tell you that like it's on, and for tariffing Randy, right, as well. Yes, that is a good point. No, I was going to say that it's on everybody's mind everywhere. So, I mean, I know that obviously, I think it was, Brendan was saying 60% of our audience is US, and then, I don't know if it's 15 or 20% Canadian, and the rest UK, Europe.
I know you'll feel this.
All over the place, but
that's not your go-to for pizza.
Pizza. We haven't ordered pizza in a long time. You know, sometimes we'll get on the way home, Papa John's. We get. There's local places too, but yeah, pizza. I used to get Domino's, but I'm not really feeling Domino's anymore. We haven't gotten it in a minute. I know. My kid's favorite is Pizza Hut.
I was going to say
they
Aaron
really
Aaron
are liking Pizza.
Aaron loves Pizza
Hut.
Which is old
I think
school,
that's
because that was they used to have the
they have like the
that all you can eat
Little
buffet
Caesars
thing.
is okay. Little Caesars I like for the they have the they have the good crust, but they have those the fast ones, the pick like you could
the little
fast and ready or
the fast and ready prepared
hot to go.
Pies, hot to go.
Shout out to Chappelle Roan.
So this wolf stock is moving, by the way. And I want to make sure we get the right one because I know in the midday, I was looking at HIMS because someone mentioned HIMS, but it's TerraWolf that's the one that's moving everybody, right? Because I haven't looked at these. Is Wolf on? Oh, it's W. Oh, it's WULF.
ULF.
Yeah, it's ULF.
Because Sharif was talking about.
This is what happens. Like I'm saying Wolf out loud and then I'm typing Wolf in. So no, like
Wolf
it's moving, but this isn't any different from what I'm seeing in Rigetti on Wolf. So yeah, it's making a bit of a bottom. It's trying to go, but I'm just not seeing anything crazier than what we're seeing on Rigetti. Intel's working back underneath VWAP. Bet you Palantir might be turning around.
We're short a hell of a lot of shares of Intel, man.
Nvidia is going to.
Probably too many. Probably an irresponsible amount of Intel, to be honest with you, right now. I'm just going short against 70 here. Like, we're short 60s. I have too many shares, which is why I'm trying to cover right here. I would have loved to have gotten more up there, but as I said, irresponsible amount. So if we can come back, okay, here it goes. So now this is let's get more responsible on this if we can. Start to get some out now. 50K, there it goes. I wanted to make sure that we tried to get close to 1-to-1 before we really started to get some out. So we'll take a 52. We actually got a 52 there and a 53. So now there we go. Now we're starting. Well, now anyone can get 52. Now we're starting to feel this. I'm just thinking that this 50 could be an issue here. Like, I'm not concerned about it or anything. It's just right into here. We've seen it hold before. I like to get down into the 200 period moving average. And yeah, man, I mean, we did get stopped out of our TQQ trade right there. But we're not holding it to that level. And we had talked about it, again, to be a little more responsible with the trading and waiting for the exact high of the day would have worked gorgeously, swimmingly. But at the end of the day, we traded the recent high right there, which busted. So we are out of that one. But, no TQQs, no cry. We still have Intel here, which is going to the downside. And, of course, on perfect rhyming, no cry for Big Bear AI. So here we go.
No bear, no cry.
No bear, no cry. Well, the bear may be coming in, and I hope the bear comes viciously right now because of Intel. But at the end of the day, we did take advantage of that. We actually showed this to you as we were reviewing Apple or whatever it was on the rundown there. We got a good fill there in the 40s, and we talked about wanting that fill right into here. So good fill for us on Big Bear AI. I mean, we still have a position, right? We still have about half actually of this trade, hoping to get a blast, right? I mean, down 20% with the low float. The short float of 22%. Probably added to it today. I don't know. I mean, feels like there's been pressure on this name. So
I guess there would be.
We'll double check. I mean, the short floats update. Is it every 2 weeks?
I want to answer while you're. Can you go back to Sean's screen just for a quick second? Because a few people have asked this question while Sean was talking. It's just a level 2 at the top left, I believe you guys are asking, and a time of sales. So that's the level 2, showing you the market depth and all the prints on your time of sales. I just did a video. I had to do the time of sales video 3 times.
Well, stop screwing up.
I know. But no, that's all it is. And great question. Because everybody watching this show comes from a different experience.
Fabian.
Maybe you've never traded. Maybe you've only traded clicking on charts. Maybe you only swing trade wherever. Maybe you come from a forex background. Maybe you look at a ladder view. Trading the futures, whatever it might be, it's all fine. Ask us any question out there, and if we have an answer, great. And if we don't, then we'll try to find it for you. That's what we're here for. We good to go? Yes, we are, because you can unlock the new nuclear renaissance with Foremost Clean Energy, leveraging one of the biggest megatrends on the planet, nuclear energy. Partnered with Denison Mines with properties strategically located in the Athabasca Basin, known as the Saudi Arabia of uranium, this undervalued company is poised to capitalize on the exploding nuclear market and offers unparalleled growth potential. The future is nuclear, and Foremost is your entry. You'll find on the NASDAQ under FMST or on the CSE under FAT, the fattest ticker on the symbol. Scan that QR code you see right there, and shout out to Foremost Clean Energy there. Did we hit the bottom? Trading 007 just said. On the market?
Did we hit the bottom?
Did the market just hit a temporary bottom? We went correction territory. I said to my wife when she asked me this question last night at the table, because it came up at her work, because that always happens when the market goes down 10%, and then every article on a business website is like, market in correction territory, scaring everybody. I'm like, and you're long. I go,
don't be scared.
I go, are you buying anything or selling anything? You hold for the long term. She's like, no. So I'm like, what do you care? And she didn't. But I said, like, 1 chance in 3, this is the temporary bottom. I'm not convinced we've made a temporary bottom in the market, but that's just me. Like I said, I'm dollar cost.
The best part about temporary is?
Yeah, exactly.
Temporary.
Means you can trade off of it. But we got to correction territory on the NASDAQ here. You're right at that 200 period. We did go green, but you're not doing that much with it this afternoon on light volume. At conferences, it's like 10 minutes. And not the conference. It's 10 minutes until the stream starts. I'm going to have IBIT up in case it moves, and we'll let you guys know if anything goes on.
Is there a prepared speech or something? Because
I'm not sure what to expect.
What exactly are we expecting?
That's why I don't want to touch anything Bitcoin related until after. Once it starts, then we get an idea.
Let's go Intel, man. I mean, I got kids. I need to eat and shit. And stuff. canceled.
It's
here.
Friday.
Pretty quick.
That word you can say,
Oh.
but we had this discussion.
Here we go.
There's a list of stuff that you
ID
can get
Buzz
away
time.
with in minute on YouTube, and there's certain words that if you like, they're like over the top. Like you get demonetized, you say that right away. Someone sent me a spreadsheet of that. Whether it's true or not, I'm not sure. Would you actually gonna win?
Yeah, it's an Ask Danielle Shea. I don't know. Okay.
Did it really? Take that was a no.
All right. So about that, yeah, that was a big L.
Even the more
That was a
dramatic
big
about
L.
it, that would have been fun.
That was a big L. But I think as Randy got it for me, so I can't even roll it up on the phone. You know, the phone is the key. The phone is the key.
That's good to know. I don't do Tim Hortons. I'm not gonna.
No, I don't. I mean, it's just located here. We talked
bag
about this.
Canadian.
I prefer. To me, that's the lowest of the low for.
I prefer McDonald's coffee to
Yeah,
Tim Hortons.
yeah.
I said it. It doesn't make me a bad Canadian.
It does.
I just think it's better.
Thing is, also Tim Hortons is not even a Canadian company, so there you go.
And they, I don't know if it's true everywhere, but in Ontario at least, the company that would supply the beans for Tim Hortons, they didn't re-up the contract, and McDonald's picked them up. And right about that time, lots of people around here switched to preferring McDonald's because they're smart. And on top of that, easy transition, load. Guess who's up 3.5 points today?
It's all-time highs.
McDonald's. I've never owned this stock. That's a shame.
I still.
Aaron loves McDonald's.
I still
Loves McDonald's. My daughter.
and you do too.
I Big Mac.
Right, but you love it though. There you go. See, I throw your daughter under the bus. You love McDonald's too.
No, she loves it way more. Way more.
I think you still love it more. I mean, in university, you know, it used to be what, 10 Big Macs? Like they used to have the $1 or $2 Big Macs, man. I mean, they don't do that stuff anymore. People would go insane.
Okay, first of all, it wasn't 10.
What, 7? What do you mean? What wasn't 10?
It doesn't matter how many. It doesn't matter how many Big Macs I would eat.
I know. Yeah, no, it's
back
fine.
to university.
It was a lot, right?
It was a lot.
Okay, so
it wasn't 10, but it's a disgusting number. One time, the guys were like, "How many?" It was Whoppers.
Notice I
One time,
said 7.
How
There
many
was no
can you
pushback.
eat in like 5 minutes? I think I ate 6 Whoppers in 5 minutes in high school. I was
6
ridiculous.
in 5 minutes, right? But 10, unfortunately, with no time limit is.
Oh, the Big Mac is more.
Then a Whopper? I mean, a junior Whopper.
It's all, that's disgusting.
The problem with the Whoppers, you get the onion, you
very
get the tomato, you get like everything in a Whopper.
never do that
Big
now.
Mac is pretty
I had a
standard.
sick metabolism back then. Sick.
I
McDonald's is an absolute
guess
beast.
so.
Absolute beast.
Yeah, we really like McDonald's. I mean, just convenient there. As far as the stock, though, what a great name. I mean, again, I was looking at IBIT here because we're looking for some love in the crypto space. But yeah, no, I've been, again, just with doing best of breed kind of stuff all the time. You know, I actually was looking at Cava to think about getting into some Cava as well. I don't know what this big middle finger is all about right here, but I guess that's to the shorts. Yeah, big. Why, Adara, was there news on McDonald's today? But actually, like that's, yeah, it's like it barcoded here. And again, if you do take your phone and you scan this, it's a free small coffee for that. But right up there, up to 325, there's the takeout right there. So this was probably earnings. Whoop, all the way down. And look, our friendly neighborhood 200 period moving average comes into play one more time there for MCD. Let me check my friend Starbucks just real quickly because I thought there was a pullback imminent for start. Bang, we don't have it, but props it up, man. How many days, basically, it's from here, it doesn't matter how many days, I know where it was. I was saying Starbucks is way too far away from its 50-period moving average. Probably needed to get back into there. Didn't do anything about it, so who cares? But there it is. It's a nice move down in. Looks like we touched the 50-period today, but those of you that watch the show regularly know I was talking about that. So if anyone put on any options, that was great. I don't know enough about, you know, which one to put on or whatever, but that was a good play. And then the other name that I just mentioned there quickly was Cava. My kid, we drove by where we lived there, and he's like, oh my God, there's a Chipotle there? Like he didn't even realize it. So I think we're gonna have, I don't even know if he's had it before, but definitely heard of it. So he wants to get into that. But look at Cava, like we don't have this in Canada, but those of you in the United States, like, isn't this still a hot chain? Like, this is right back. I remember when we had, his name was Mike something from True Trading Group, I think. What was his name?
Money Mike.
Yeah.
No, not Mike. No,
Money Mitch.
No, Money Mitch. No, Mike was.
Shoot, Anyways,
Ayo.
Yeah, Ayo. I mean, I know.
That's
we know,
how I remember it.
Mike
Ayo.
Edwards. Mike Edwards.
Mike
I'm almost positive on that.
That's it, yeah.
Anyways, I just remember that I had him on just on the recap show. It just happens to be me there that day, or maybe it was even live here. But I think it was after earnings, and it had dripped down. And I remember this wick. I'm going to say this August report right here, where we went all the way down there, and then it must have been. And then the very next day, we were green, and then it just took off, and I was like, okay, but now you're right back into these levels. I mean, you guys tell me. We can look at the numbers, we can look at the books, we can figure it out what's going on. But at the end of the day, I feel like that's probably a buy down there for Cava. Again, shouldn't really be tariff related, but I guess if people are worried about spend, then maybe they don't. And I think the same thing here is for Chipotle, right? Right back into sort of that where Brian Nichols had left. I don't even know when that was. I feel like that was probably around here-ish.
Had to be.
Nice move down into $47, $48. I don't know. You guys tell me. Hey, let's do that in the chat, Ramin. Let's put that up. Cava, so CAVA or CMG. Which stock do people prefer?
Oh, I know what. Okay.
Not
I'm
which
gonna wait till
meal
the polls
do
up.
people prefer.
Well, because that's the thing. It's which stock do you prefer?
Yep, CMG or Cava, CAV. What? Chipotle.
Chipotle CMG.
What about
Recently
you,
split.
Ramin? You like Chipotle? You like Chipotle? Yeah. She would prefer.
You must
Cava.
really not like. She just said she'd prefer Cava over Chipotle, even though she's never had Cava.
No,
you
but I
must
think it's
really dislike Chipotle to say that.
It's Greek food.
Well, the problem is I've never had Cava, so I don't know. I
neither,
couldn't
but I'm
make
gonna
the
Google it.
judgment. So I would just answer Chipotle because Chipotle is delicious, and I don't know what Cava is like. But that's unfair. This is so I gotta shout out the chat here.
Here it is.
We got a super chat from TKN House. I want to thank you for the super chat. But look at the question. Has anyone developed a reliable way of setting limit orders on options contracts as they arrive at a certain stock price level for the pre-market? And I think right there, you have a bunch of people answering these questions. I don't know if Joe's not at his desk right now, and if we're gonna answer questions about options, I'm not the person to do it. I'll be the first. I'll readily admit that. But I think it's great that we're already getting answers. This is why this is the best trading community out there, because. And I want people to read this because if someone's watching and you're not in the chat and you have an answer to this question, then jump in and help everybody. That's what we're all about here. So thank you for the super chat. If you're going to be in the chat, you got to be a subscriber. Hit that subscribe and everybody help each other out. Shout out to you, TKN House. And the poll's not up yet, but mine's going to be. Oh, that looks delicious.
I mean, it looks very similar. I was just going to say, so I got the menu over here. This kind of reminded me a little bit
right
like
now,
a Freshie situation.
Are you kidding me?
It looks like Freshie. We have something here called Freshie.
Freshy's overpriced.
Overpriced. This is probably overpriced too. Don't worry about that. But anyways, this just looks like Mediterranean bowls, right? You got the little bit of falafel there. Looks like some hummus, whatever,
Cava's
as
got
it
my
goes. There it is. So bowls. Just looks like it's. Oh, and then that's what I was gonna say. The shawarma. So the wrap. Garlic, veggies.
Oh,
spicy chicken and avocado. I'm down with that. I would choose the Greek.
I
one.
just said in the chat, someone's like,
I love falafel too, though.
someone asked, well, if I like McDonald's, why have I never invested in it? Because I don't invest in restaurant companies. I don't invest in airlines. It's just, I don't know. It's just a thing. But that looks good.
It's a decent kids meal too. You got a little cracker there. You got a little half shawarma. That I mean, I don't know what kid is only eating this little bit, but my kids are wolfing this stuff down immediately. Some refreshing, tasty lemonade. All right, pick one here, Neil. I know you'd pick the pineapple. Hey, the pineapple might be good though. This is not on pizza, right? Pick one of these, Neil.
Oh, the pineapple apple mint.
This one you would take?
It's not on pizza. Just easy.
For me, I don't know.
Not even a question.
Ramin's all about the lavender. I have a little something about lavender. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't like to eat a flower. All right, so here we go. Jasmine. Okay, classic lemonade. Hey, where's the Arnold Palmer up in here? You know, the half-half. Fountain sodas. Okay. Anyways, all right. A little look at Cava. You can send us, hey, Cava.
Oh, I could have one of those next week.
I mean, look, I can do a wicked Cava sponsorship. You guys want to sponsor, things like that?
It feels like
reaching at straws.
Feels like an afternoon we need.
All right, here we go. I'm just going to. I know we got to go over to Adair, but just come over here just real quick. I'm going to vote for, based on what I just saw. Oh man, I love the falafel. I'm going to go with Cava. Oh, Chipotle is dummying everybody right now. Chipotle dummying this. I feel like I might be on the wrong side of history here. All right, Miss A.
Palantir.
Just be aware here, Donald Trump, this stream has begun. So as far as I'm seeing, he has not actually hit the podium yet, but be aware, Donald Trump kicking off here and set to lead this crypto event here at the White House, this White House Crypto Summit, the first of its kind. Again, this was set to start at 1:30, but the way this is being worded is as though this is being hosted by Donald Trump and starting now. So we'll have to wait. As mentioned earlier, this event has really been shrouded in a lot of secrecy and uncertainty. So we'll have to wait and find out, but keep an eye on the market as we get Donald Trump hitting the mic for this crypto address. Back to you.
Why is it an hour and a half delayed? You know, this is the thing that
You got to make people awake. It creates
in.
anticipation.
Right there. So yeah, well, why am I still watching out for Cava? All right, I think we wanted to look at, so let's just look at quickly at IBIT, because obviously Adair is excited to bring all the news, and if there's anything that hits, we'll be watching IBIT. I don't expect there to be anything major. I feel like anything would have been leaked and they would have got the story out earlier, but you never know. VWAP right now at 50-50. I think if we take 50-50, we want to go long. Like, we want to go long, breaking any past sort of resistance, right? Like, the resistance is strong with this one, but I think on good news, nothing can stop it. It's all the way up. So we'll wait to see what winds up happening right there. Or, I mean, so he was talking about the seized Bitcoin, right? Like, they weren't going to go in and buy more Bitcoin. They had a bunch from the hack, from the Bitfinex hack, I guess, they were talking about. So we'll wait to see what's funded in this, what it means. I'm more looking, honestly, at the other names there to see what does happen with Cardano down to 85. I mean, I am, we've talked about this. I'm an investor or a hodler of these coins.
You're not only the president of Cardano.
I'm not only the president of Cardano,
you're
but
also a holder.
Yeah, I'm also a coin holder. I was going to say shareholder, but coin holder. And, just a small little supply of 3 trillion coins for that. So we'll wait to see Dogecoin coming in at number 9. So we'll wait to see what happens there. Solana flat. This is the last hour. So we have here the different categories: 1 hour, 24 hours, 7 days. So just in the last 24 hours, you see red Bitcoin and red Ethereum. So, all right, we'll just wait for it. We have it up here. And again, Neil and I, this is completely customizable software. We can set triggers, limits, things like that. I feel like it just got real cold in here.
Yeah, I was about to throw my sweater back on.
But anyways, all right.
A vent right over us just got turned on. Yo, ARM just broke the high. It's up 7% now. I'm telling you, every time I put a stink bid in ARM, the stock goes up. Every time. It's been bleeding.
You're putting too many shares down there. It's like it's running into your order. And
No. The stink bid. The stink bid's underneath. It's underneath $100. I think if the market takes another leg down, ARM should have no trouble losing 20%, just based on its valuation. It's one of those types of names. But it's up big today, 7 points. Look at this churn on ARM. There's no red candles on the 15-minute chart. I thought Palantir was being strong this afternoon. It seems like ARM is going to be the one. We're just so sideways right now. Even you just roll over on a bunch of things. Well, a few things. I shouldn't say a bunch. Tesla just got really weak. Intel can't seem to get filled in front of 45. I said Tesla and haven't shown Tesla. Tesla rolled into VWAP and just bounced, but I feel like Tesla might be doing the other thing, not the up move today. Like it wants to bleed if we lose VWAP. Just feels a little weak on Tesla. I had a scalp trade and the buyers were real strong on Tesla, but I still feel like we're underneath that 164, 165 zone, so Tesla could end up being a short. For some reason, when this conference starts, I have it in my mind that we might have one of those, let's just sell the news and dump it. But we're still waiting for anything out of this conference. And the market's not a lot of volume, so you just got to trade inside the range if you can. What else we got going on here? I see Leonardo, big up from Italy. Big up. What up, Leonardo? I've only been once, but it was fantastic. The food is unbelievable, obviously. But I was only in Rome. Got to go back there and see a little bit more of the country. That's the one thing. We're only there for a week. A week is not enough in a place even like Rome, it wasn't enough. Well, I know it wasn't built in a day, so you got to. Built in a week, I think it was. All right, so yeah, no, when I went to Siena, the Tuscany, those rolling hills, it's God's country. That's the Tuscany's like that pimp level, right? I guess
it's pimp level, yeah.
Where's
pimp level?
Where's our dude? Our friend who said, where is he in Italy?
What? Crypto guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Tuscany.
Is it Tuscany? Yeah, that's what I thought. I wasn't 100% sure, but I thought he was.
Yeah.
We just call him.
the crypto
Notice how we
kid?
just call him Crypto Guy because he was a
Crypto
dude
kid.
that was telling all of us that we should have just all gone ham at the beginning.
But then, you know what? I don't want to be like a crypto 100 millionaire or anything because then I probably wouldn't be here right now. I'd just be chilling in Italy. And like, then I don't get to do this. You know, but I have so much fun doing this. Like, even if I had $100 million, you know.
He's living a good life.
He
still didn't take us to Vegas,
I would still
though.
trade, honestly.
He flat out said if ETH got to a certain point a long time ago that he would take all of us to Vegas. And it never happened. And I'm only salty because I've never been to Vegas.
Yeah, when in Rome. Yeah, no, Vegas. I don't even want to go right now, considering what the exchange rate would be on some of the nonsense. But you know, again, if you're going to gamble, that doesn't really matter because your payouts are obviously going to be in U.S. dollars as well. But I mean, I think food prices and all that's probably quite ridiculous there.
But food is ridiculous everywhere these days.
Yep.
It's ridiculous everywhere. You're not getting away from. I know inflation's worse in some places than others, but like you're not getting away from it. Not to get all political. But let's be real for a second. The entire world spent and printed and created a boatload of money during COVID. Inflation is everywhere. Some places just a little bit worse than others. There's no getting around it. And if you think that we have a handle on it, the last time people in the know thought that they did have control or could be able to predict it. Let's just say they didn't do it right because it's so unpredictable. And thinking you have control over inflation, come on, man.
People are saying that Vegas has lost its way a little bit.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I just want to invite all Americans to the Canadian Vegas.
I just want to go.
Niagara Falls. Go to Falls View Casino there. Look at the beautiful falls.
The falls are amazing, but come on.
You can go on the Maid of the Mist. You know. You could tightrope walk across like the Wallenda brothers.
You never see a brother do that stuff. I'm just throwing it out there.
No,
I'm
they were just
you
literally brothers.
Oh, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no. You'll see brothers do that, man.
Tightrope
I
walk?
thought, wasn't there one? I thought I saw something over in Chicago. The Sears.
No, you didn't. Okay, maybe you did, but I'm just saying you didn't. No, because
I'm trying to make him look it up.
No, I'm just sort of saying like. Not to, you guys.
Yeah, there we go. Rainmaker went to Niagara Falls. He's like.
It's all about rain. Yeah, let's go to another topic before I say something bad. I don't want to be stereotypical or anything.
Well,
but
I think that's probably too late.
My brother will jump out of an airplane, but I'm like, hell no.
Oh, if anybody comes over here, I'm not about to do this, but my 13-year-old wants to do the edge walk on the CN Tower.
Again.
I'm not doing that.
No way.
I'm not
crazy.
doing that. You'll do that, Fabian, with him? I'll pay for you to
crazy?
do it with him. Okay, Fabian will do it? Okay. All right.
For anyone that doesn't know what that is, hold on.
Okay, both of you can do it. Well, yeah, it's a CN there. Show it. Neil will show it. You basically hang off of the CN Tower, sort of.
Oh no, I don't want the website.
Sort of.
I just wanted a picture.
Just go to Google, type in images, and you get that up. You get real quick there. I mean, I got the Cava menu so fast, man. You can't even get.
Hold on a second. By the way, Rigetti's trying to go higher, but it's not doing anything.
All right.
CN Tower.
Yeah, so it's like that. There's that Drake where he's standing on the side of the CN Tower there.
Go images, and we'll just pick.
There we go. Just show that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of them. You guys get the idea, but no.
So the CN Tower. Man. Why? Why do we want to click an image? Just click that one in the middle.
That's a video.
There we go.
I mean, come on.
That's good enough.
You would do that? No.
No. I'm trying to pay someone to do it with my kids, so I don't have to do it.
No. I'm not even afraid. I'm not afraid of heights, but like, why am I doing this?
Let me guess. You guys will do it?
No.
I mean, how many times are we going to hear that?
Ramin would do that? I don't believe you, Ramin.
Are you saying Ramin has no integrity? That's
you know what?
About doing that?
Ramin, straight up, I will pay for you to do this, and I want to see a picture. Because
I've already offered this.
Oh, you did too? Oh, my bad. I wasn't paying attention. No, okay, fine. Sean and I will pay for Ramin to do that.
No, you can do it. You can pay. It's fine.
You said it before I did.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to step on your feet. You just
okay. Anyways, we'll pay.
Don't even worry about it.
Ramin's gonna do it. Let's go to Adara.
Keep an eye on Oracle here. This one popping up with volume. Charles Gasparino of Fox Business posting on Twitter saying that he has a scoop that the Trump administration is making progress on a deal to move the TikTok U.S. portion into U.S. hands. Apparently, the White House is specifically looking at a licensing agreement between ByteDance, the owners of TikTok in China, and a U.S. tech firm. That U.S. tech firm is reportedly Oracle. So again, this is just a report here, a scoop from Charles Gasparino of Fox Business, but it does suggest that Oracle is apparently here in talks, or at least the White House is looking for Oracle to make a deal with ByteDance of China for a TikTok, I guess, licensing agreement. It is worth knowing, though, that talks apparently are, quote, fluid. So this is not at all finalized or confirmed, but Oracle may be that buyer here for TikTok. And we've heard talks about Oracle potentially being in the mix for that deal already. Back to you.
Report it. Yeah, you should.
Yeah, solid spike there in Oracle there, up like 3 points on the day, but like nice little volume candle. Not a lot of follow through. Like you're watching the tape right now, and it's funny because I just did a video on the time and sales. And one of the things is, as it gets to the top, do you see a lot of green and control and acceleration? And that's not, okay, literally as I said it, now you're starting to catch a bigger bit. It's almost like everyone heard Adara and decided to buy this one up. So watch out for 157 on Oracle. I think that's the big zone from yesterday. The other reason I'm not a huge fan of this, like look at the top on the daily. That 200 period moving average is right overhead and you're into a supply zone. So you've chewed through the breakout and now you're likely to kind of stall and do another leg up there. So I'm not chasing that move on that headline. We've seen them before. I don't know how much I want to trust it. Rigetti is still, like I said, it's like kind of half asleep. It's just kind of, it's barcoding 930-ish to 950-ish. And if it breaks, there should be room to 10, but there just hasn't, it's just not really doing anything. So it's really trying to go, not a lot of follow through. Intel is still under, but it's starting to, whoops, let's go to a 3-minute chart. It's starting to creep back into VWAP. It couldn't fill 44, 45. It's coming right back into VWAP. The market's trying to creep a little bit higher here. Nvidia is close to the high of the day. Let me double check ARM. Was there a dip? Nope. ARM is still flying. 7.5% on this sucker. I think there's going to be a potential, if the market does drop, this seems a little bit out of hand for ARM, because I don't recall hearing anything specific to them. I get it. Broadcom is having a good day, but 7.5 points is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot for these guys.
I mean, it's just straight up. So I wonder if it does have maybe some, I
gonna double
I guess that
check
has nothing to do with TikTok, of course, but yeah, it's straight up to the upside. Again, probably Broadcom, you know, some decent
I think that's
talks.
all it is.
There we could see something about Broadcom, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, I could see some love there coming back in for that name. So we'll wait to see for ARM. But all right, so what's been happening? Really, I just have Big Bear AI, which is finally starting to, I'm saying like kind of tongue in cheek, finally starting to go, but we just got another fill right here at 40. Like, I don't know. Hopefully it can get back up to the upside here. And of course, we're talking about our friend and yours, Big Bear AI. All right. We still have Intel short, looking to get a little bit more on that one. What's up, Adair?
It's worth noting here, I'm just seeing on X, apparently Donald Trump ended his remarks to reporters at the White House. Now, it's unclear if these are the remarks that he was supposed to be making at the White House Crypto Summit at 3 p.m., which is now about 15 minutes from now. I have multiple streams up for these White House crypto comments, and neither of them have begun. So it's unclear if he's begun speaking at the summit, but apparently he just finished comments to reporters. We know Donald Trump is sometimes late, or these events do not start at the time they're expected to, so we'll have to wait and see. But I think it's worth noting, apparently he just wrapped up reporters' comments to reporters at the White House ahead of us supposed to be getting this crypto segment or crypto summit. So I'll let you know if I have any updates, but I just wanted to let you guys know the status of this Trump talk is very much in limbo, guys. Back to you.
You're wondering about that because, like, you know, delayed this far, it doesn't really make that much sense why it's taking this long, but maybe there's just not that much going on over there. So join Adair and I on the recap show tonight, and if anything does happen, you know, we'll be breaking that live there. We can even maybe have like the live stream up and just try to watch it and see what's going on. So Adair and I will be there tonight. In just 45 minutes, we'll go over sort of the week and some important earnings that we had seen come through this week. So, all right, the only play, again, we talked about having Big Bear AI, but it's just Intel. I probably should have reloaded it there. I'm trying to be patient and wait for that top again. But, you know, with that being said, I'll put another, I was waiting for 42s, didn't get those down there just because that was the bottom. And I guess 47, 42 is down here at the 200 period, so I shouldn't misspeak. That's what we were waiting for, right? So we're waiting for that 200 period moving average. Just didn't come through, so we'll take a little bit out there. And if it continues to drop in, good. I mean, it's the only trade that we have on here this afternoon and the only trade that we've been looking at. We did have the TQs on earlier, right when we came on with you guys. It did break out through the top. though, and unfortunately it's unfortunate because we lost on it, but we did get stopped out. You know, maybe again back at the highs here, just holding out. The NASDAQ on the week, I mean, I don't know exactly what percent we're down there on the week, but I believe the beginning of the week, today's the 7th, so we're talking about the 2nd there. So yeah, I guess we start the week right here. That's Friday. So here's Monday. So we kind of open up at 500. We're only down to 491. So it's actually on the week. It's not that bad. Down at the bottom, fine, but not so bad. This is Monday. This white column right into here is Monday. So we did get a nice move up there. Then it was like rant downside. So yeah, still not too bad, man. You're down about $9 on 500. So couple points, not even a couple percentage points down on the week. So, you know, despite it being the worst week, I heard, was it since August or I don't know for how long, but it was in a while. It doesn't really seem that bad actually. And now that we get a retracement back upside right now, SMCI maybe is moving.
Like a little bit of a short right now. It's just,
SMCI he was talking about.
Yeah, SMCI is breaking through the morning. Well, SMCI broke through the morning highs. See, like I was just trying to grab it back through this consolidation top. Like I think we're losing some of those tops. Like here's Rigetti. Just gonna pull that in. I want to get picked up on the way back. It's just in front of 38 there. But Rigetti looks like it's gonna lose the 930. I'm gonna be jumping out. Someone asked me where my stop was, and I was like, it's over 20 and it's under 30. So it's not at 29. It's close enough. But that one could lose the bid right quick. I want to see if I can't get picked up on the way back up here as you're getting a little bit of a bounce in SMCI. Oddly enough, not much of a pullback in Nvidia. I looked over to see if ARM was pulling back when the market got to the highs, and the answer was a distinct no. ARM is still just chilling right up at the top. There hasn't been any distinct. I mean, I could draw a trend line, but it's so steep that you could just eyeball it. It's not like you don't need, when it's doing this, you don't have to draw a trend line to see if it's breaking a trend. Like that's just insanity how straight to the upside that is. On ARM. So still no fill in MSCI. SMCI. I get a mulligan once a day for messing that name up. But I was in this one. We lost in the morning going short. That's on the way up. This gives me the consolidation that I can work off of, and I paid for the locates, obviously, if I shorted it this morning. And yeah, after start, that ARM bump is crazy. Broadcom sympathy is a real thing. That's why Broadcom matters. You know, like they're a big name. They're a great bellwether, and it's one of those rising tides lift all ships. I don't think the market would have recovered like it did today on the NASDAQ if we hadn't had a good print from Broadcom. And especially, like forget about that. Like if Broadcom hadn't bounced on its own, I'm going to leave this up and just move to Broadcom on a black chart so I can stay on the stock that we're in. But look at the Broadcom from the bottom. Like that recovery, I think, had a lot to do with how strong the market got here in the afternoon or middle of the day. So we'll see if we can't give it to the high here. I think it's asking a lot to get a VWAP retracement. 37.6 seems a little bit more reasonable. It's already 318. That's the other thing. It gets 318. You're not really churning in volume. Expecting to get the monster move when it's this late in the day, it's probably asking a bit much.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything in my ear in a while from this walk, so I feel like...
This thing still hasn't even started, man.
No, I just feel like it's dead right now. The market's not doing too much. I just did put bids on Intel, and we got one of them. We got one at 53. I don't know. I'm still waiting for some 52s or whatever. I mean, hopefully this will fall down, but let's look for some more trades. All right, so JP Morgan. I prefer the long in the account on this name as it's still bleeding to the downside. But as we can clearly note here, I don't know if the long is right today. It's not really at any key levels. Was hoping that I would see something with JP Morgan, but you know my eyes, although sometimes can deceive me. I think right now it doesn't look like there's much happening with JP Morgan. I was thinking, don't they announce? Is it today or what? But like pretty soon they're announcing. S&P 500, I think, additions or deletions or something. I think Robinhood has a chance to be included into something.
They should be next.
I'm going to have to read about that. Don't hold me that, but maybe some of you guys in the chat. There was Robinhood. There was one other name that I was somewhat interested in that had a chance to be included. Was it the S&P 500? When did they announce it? Because there was, we were waiting for Palantir. That helped. It gives the stock a great pop. Like, I think it's on average the next day after it's like 7 or 8% or something like that for a pop up there. So
Hood do more than that.
Right, so that's why I'm thinking, like, maybe if I'm going to make a play, maybe I should be buying some Robinhood somewhere.
But that might not happen until
Coinbase.
It would be the end of the quarter. It would be the end of the quarter.
The other name was Coinbase that I was thinking about. Yeah, there you go. Los Polos Hermanos. I think today's SPY is rebalancing. Yeah. All right, so there we go, Ozan. So, I'm not just a pretty face. What's up, Adair?
Regards to the stocks that are potentially in talk for the rebalancing, and again, this is just speculation, but generally this speculation sometimes is a bit correct. App 11, which we have here, Coinbase and Robinhood are apparently among the contenders of names that could potentially be added to the S&P 500. Again, this has been wrong in the past, and sometimes if names are expected to potentially be added and they aren't added, that can lead to a drop in their price. We know App 11 during the last edition was expected to be added. They were not mentioned, and they dropped quite significantly. So be cautious. These are just expectations. They are in no way confirmed until we get that announcement after the bell today, guys. It's usually well after the bell, around 5 p.m. on average. Back to you.
There you go. So thank you very much, Adara. And yeah, we can definitely, the speculation's a lot of fun. Bbot in the chat has a few. There we go. App, IBKR, Dashcoin, Carvana, Hood, Carvana. Yeah, those are all interesting ones for sure. That's the one that's like, let's do it. Let's do it. Didn't learn a lesson from SMCI. Let's do it, Carvana. Why not? Oh, not to pick on SMCI. It'll probably stop me out for even saying that. But you saw what happened. Never in the history of the market, okay, well, to my knowledge, never in the history of the market has there been a stock that had a year like SMCI did. It was just the full gambit. AI, crazy breakout, gets added to the S&P and the NASDAQ, then finds themselves with short seller reports, being investigated, delayed reporting of their earnings. It just went the entire gambit. It was complete insanity. I've never seen a stock have to go through, like we've seen, there's been like little pieces of that, one by one, here or there, but not all in 1 year for SMCI. This isn't really adjusted for the split, by the way. But I do like Coin. Coin makes sense to me. If I'm picking one that I think is gonna be in, I'd say Coinbase. So if we're, and not that we're doing a poll or anything, but of the names that I just saw Big Bot in the chat say.
What is our poll doing right now?
Let's see.
It got closed.
We got here. It's still 57% CMG. So okay. Chipotle, baby. And I think, look, remember, this poll is not about which one do you think is more delicious, right? We're talking about which stock is better. Which stock would you rather own? Right. Chipotle or Cava? I voted for Chipotle, but I hadn't really paid too much attention to the Cava chart. But yeah, I mean, certainly right now it's 57%. It's really close. I think you can go either way there. But in terms of being added to the S&P, I'll go with Coinbase as it's just a guess. No one really knows except those that are in the know that surely wouldn't trade ahead of that knowledge. Because they never do. They never do. It's just like there's always a spike before a buyout deal gets announced because nobody ever knows. Nobody ever knows.
No, you don't. You don't know. And we had, but it was a good point there to talk about. I'm glad we talked about it at least because, it's going to be happening. We'll get that news after hours as well. Yep. With Adair and myself. So just looking at the imbalance locator, in case you guys were wondering if there's any index action or anything after hours, it doesn't really look like it. Walmart's there as a bid. You're not going to have any NASDAQ names. Those get populated at 350. So we'll have to wait to see if anything comes out for that. But for right now, no, it's like a Schlumberger, I guess, there. HPQ. We saw HPE today down quite nicely. HPQ is flat. Has HPE battled back at all?
A little bit.
It was down to 15.
It's battled a little.
Okay, 15.55 right now. Yeah, nice little battle back on that one. Big Bear AI is just chilling. Look, man, I mean, we'll be positive on it, but it's not doing anything right now. I would love to be able to get this thing back up into 43, 44. I'm sitting at 41s. I'm sitting at 49s. I'm sitting at 44s. like just seeing if there was some action that we can get out a little bit and then still try to hold. Like we're out of half, or actually out of a little bit more than half. We're out of 60% right now. And then, because we just got filled there. So about 10% on pretty much all the way up at random levels. And then if it fills up and good for us. But it's not really looking super strong right now. It just kind of doesn't want to do anything. Let's have a quick look at Tesla. You can see, oh, okay. Crypto's going down, right? I mean, I was just looking, we didn't look at IBIT's actually not moving at all. But I was looking down here, 87. Weren't we just at 89 or change? So we are trying to move a little bit
Slowly.
with Bitcoin.
I
don't think that thing's happening.
Does this feel like one of those, this has nothing to do with Roaring Kitty, but like the longer it takes before we get this whatever starting, like do you run the risk of we're supposed to already be hearing some stuff, the conference is supposed to start, do you just start, like does it rug because of that?
What rug? Bitcoin?
No, like Bitcoin, like, or just in general, like, well, maybe not rug, but just continue to glide down. Like we're just kind of gliding down here into a market which is close to the highs, because we're supposed to be getting this talk. And the longer we go without getting it, going into the close, maybe there's some hands that bought into it that just decide to sell. I don't know. It's not moving. There's not, like I said, there's not a ton of volume. Someone's going to wait around until we actually had something and then end up in like consolidation trades. Like take a short consolidation, hoping it breaks down, and if it breaks out the top, get out, while also sitting in a long consolidation, hoping it breaks out the upside. Like there's just nothing happening. I'm probably going to end up in a wash, like win on one and lose in the other. Like what's the point? There's not a lot happening in this market right now. The slight glide down in Bitcoin, you could be in that trend. I just don't have an entry point in here. KD Dumpster, maybe you believe he's waiting for 4 p.m. Well, where's the fun in that? You know? And someone says he's been live for 20 minutes. Okay, well, I don't see it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. When the market, the thing is, yeah, well, why wait till 4 o'clock? Crypto's a 24-hour market. So if it's about that, you also don't look at the markets allegedly. So, yeah, we'll see. It's kind of, I think it's disappointing because volumes are pretty low right now. Now let's go to Adara to get an update.
Oh, break.
Not crypto or Trump related, but HIMS here on Watch. Business Insider has reported that Hims & Hers has shut down its dermatology business after its stock had a bit of a downturn on an FDA's weight loss drug decision. So we know the FDA had made a decision basically about these compound GLP-1s. HIMS had been able to benefit while there was a shortage of these GLP-1s. When that shortage was ended, then the company was basically left at a bit of a standstill when it came to their GLP-1s. Now, apparently, after the standstill and this struggle, they have now shut down their dermatology business. So HIMS, pretty hefty short float here. That one on Watch getting a bit of a wick to the downside, guys. Back to you.
Yeah, it's getting chilly.
Yeah, it's been chilly for a minute. All right, so yeah, Hims & Hers Health. Yeah, I mean, on earnings, this thing was like $42, $43. Yeah, I guess more cost-effective moves happening right there by shutting down that unit. As Adair just mentioned, I mean, I don't know really enough about this business. You know, this just, to me, it looks like AppLovin, it looks like Palantir, it looks like Big Bear AI, it looks like all the names that, it looks like Rigetti, Quantum Plays. So, again, nicely done to the upside there, cooking at $70, right? And then in 2 weeks, back down half. Chopped in half right there to $32. So I'd say you're coming into some support. Remember, a story like that from Adara, like it could be a good thing too. Like, you know, the more efficient that you're getting, more cost effective. I mean, they wouldn't cut the dermatology wing or division if it was a profitable one, I wouldn't think. So that's probably a decent decision.
You'd hope so.
We'll wait to see. Yeah, I mean, we'll wait to see what happens, but that seems like a good story. So up that 4.25%. A name that's been getting, unfortunately, Moderna. We've talked, not unfortunate, I'm not even in the name, and maybe I kind of wish I was. That $30 bottom came twice right there. So as fast as you like, or what does Sharif say, as quick as you like?
As quick as you like.
Yeah, right down. So Sharif has a couple things, as quick as you like. The good old college try, he also has that one.
Community college try.
Community college, was it community college?
Because that's from
Sheldon, right?
Sheldon, yeah.
Yep. His favorite show, Young Sheldon.
I still have it.
But yeah, I know. Yeah, shout out to Young Sheldon. But right there, it's not bad. I mean, it's not for the kids. Like we watched it with our kids, they liked it.
Oh, there's a question for you.
$30 bottom for me.
Remember the undercover runner of last year? Someone just asked here, Jack, Sean, would you dabble in ANF in the long term? That was the most under-discussed. Well, we talked about it.
I thought they got like a big run up,
squeeze.
some sort
It
of
was
AI.
a
Something.
stupid squeeze.
Oh, geez. $79. Wow. Ramin's favorite store, Abercrombie Fitch.
Oh, goodness, that's bad.
No comment from her. Okay, okay. She was having some Cava. Look, we had talked about this when this was going ham, so great call, whoever that was there in the chat. But look, this was, oh man. When you look back, yeah, I can.
That's real natural.
But down into there, $22, $23, and then that ramp to 130, pull back 190. Well, let me put this on the back burner and look into this maybe over the weekend, because I didn't even realize this was happening. Like yesterday, we saw Gap stores come up with their report, and they actually, we were pardoning the puns and all this stuff, but it had a nice move higher, man, up 18%. Like when I think about these two stores, I kind of think of them similarly. I don't know enough about Abercrombie and Fitch to be able to talk properly about that one, but I do know that we do have the Real Trading Campus program. No problem. We do have Real Trading Campus going on right now. So trade real money, gain real experience. Look, this is how many of us get started. It's using the exact same software that we use live here on the show. You can join the exclusive community of traders, right? It's like-minded individuals. Everyone's going for the same goal. This program structure is very structured with different phases where you learn about the level twos. I mean, we had a simple question today. What's a level two and what was that stuff you're looking at? There's the platform introduction on phase 2. Man, that's scrolling fast. Phase 3 has your trading goals. Phase 4 apparently also has trading goals. But once you're done our simulation, then you just go into live. No cost to you. If you have what it takes, apply today. Open to non-US residences.
That's key.
But there it is, man. Scan the QR code. We have Brankles is involved in that as well. Joe was running the gambit in that program for a minute, and we've had many traders come through there as well. So it's a great learning tool to get started. It's Real Trading Campus. If you are located outside of the United States, please make sure to join us on that and sign up immediately. It's the only prop firm I've ever worked for, and obviously, we'd like you guys to support it as well, if available, with many opportunities here in Canada, that's for sure, Europe as well. So sign up there. And again, you'll be treated to over 60 plus markets, which brings me up to, let's figure out who made some money yesterday, right? We haven't looked at this yet. So today I have not either. So we could do this together here at Real Trading. Whether or not you're part of the campus program or not, you will have access to the trader information portal, which I just go right to compare your profits. But if you just go to home here, you'll see some of the advantages that we have here. TMX statistics throughout the day, a midday crunch, like a little bit of a note there about maybe what stocks were moving there. 4 Sigma underperformance, whatever the heck that means.
What is
as we go on and on. OTCX, what's up, Jeff Mendel, right there. So a little bit of a report there from them.
Jeff.
Whatever, Next3.ai, a CEO interview. IPOs kicking off today. There must have been 2 small ones apparently. But I go on and click compare your profits. So my profits won't be on here because yesterday was kind of just, we had just gotten back too flat there near the end of the day. Well, we actually wound up having a good day, but not enough to make this list, that's for sure. So we've seen this here yesterday. Very, very profitable trading on the Canadian markets as of late. Like, I just noticed that the last couple times I've looked over here, the Canadian markets have been bumping. So there it is, man. 2 days in a row, top trades happening over here in Canada. And if you trade with Real Trading, your profits aren't tariffed. Like, you just,
that is key.
Whatever you get there, and you do not get upset, right? So, and then the second one leading the way, again, no tariffs. Amex, Chicago, the CME there. So that would, to me, would be some sort of a futures trading, right? Chicago CME. So we have various CME contracts here, Nat Gas, NYMEX actually for that. But again, probably a futures trader for the NASDAQ or the ES. But we have more options than that. Canada TSX, ooh, just one lone trader there making the list for Paris. It doesn't mean that we only have one trader. These are just the top 10. And we do like to expand it to show different markets. So number 10 is although right now it looks like it's pretty accurate, it's always tried to be some random. Zetra, Stockholm, Paris. So again, someone located in Europe. So that would help. I don't know. I could ask. I believe you're eligible in Europe for the campus program, but again,
I would think so.
That's that. So, all right, Neil, Intel's not really doing anything, man.
By the way,
Big Bear AI is not doing
I wanted to show, that was actually a cool report, the one that you were joking about. It's just
Which was it?
That was America's Midday Crunch.
Oh, yeah, no, I just thought it would give some midday ideas. I don't really.
Well, it's like,
yeah, go for
why
it.
don't I full screen it?
Yeah, go for it, Neil.
No, if you're at Real Trading, you literally have
access.
access to all of these. Basically, just give you some performance ideas. What are the best performing sectors?
zoom in a little bit,
They have a
man.
really cool
Don't
graph
need this.
here, like showing you intraday liquidity versus volatility, and in different, based on different sectors that you can watch. So you can see consumer staples with tons of liquidity there. You can make a guess at what stocks might be in there. It just gives you an idea, like where the interest might be for a trader. Because at the end of the day, for real trading, like they want you to succeed. Right, like the idea is you want people to be disciplined. There's a reason why you start out in a simulator and you go through the entire process to be able to trade the firm's capital. It's because you got to build toward it and make sure that you have tools available that are going to help you along your journey. I thought you were pulling up. I thought that was Netflix when you pulled that up. It's Costco.
Yeah, no, this is Costco. So actually, just looking at this one right here, like remember when I said I don't really want to buy any more stocks? Well, yeah, this move down on Costco is making me think twice about that stance, to be honest with you, because this is down 7% today and looking like a decent area, not of concern, but of interest. I mean, I think this is going to be something definitely to have a look at if you are interested in, maybe diversifying your portfolio a little bit and getting into some retail. Now, because you're down there, we've had questions before. Do we invest in Costco? What are some key levels, right? And I always think that this 200 period moving average, we haven't seen this 200 period since May of 23. So you're going back 2 years, right? March, April, May. If you get into this level, if you're thinking about dip buying something, which I know I said I may avoid stock, but this to me looks like a decent opportunity here on Costco. Down 6+%. Joe and I had this earnings yesterday, and I didn't think it was that bad. It was hovering around 1 or 2%. So nice little downside play there for Costco.
This
again.
just in, Sean's buying more stock.
So look, just to be honest, I mean, I'm going to be. I just went right to the CDRs. Here it is right here. So I buy a lot of stuff through CIBC, through Canadian Hedged. So they have CrowdStrike, Costco, basically all the major names there. And you can see it's fraction of the price. So $44 Canadian. And again, we've had CIBC on the show to explain this product just last week. And they are CDRs. So it's just similar like you can invest in Alibaba, which is an ADR, an American Depository Receipt, which does follow names on the Hang Seng or wherever the heck Alibaba is located. But just to look quickly, Costco.cc. Oh, actually, do we have that in here?
We should. Unless they literally just added it.
I'm trying to do something over here. Here's Costco right here. So you can see decent liquidity, right? And actually, like the slippage that you'd have, Costco, this is only 3-4 cents, right? Costco over here, of course, in the United States, you're slipping $1. But again, it's a $900 name. So, all right, Neil, before Ramin, really gets angry, I believe I have to throw it to you.
Well, we've been talking about like this afternoon, not a lot of volatility, not a lot of crazy volume, but now you're getting a bit of a move. And one of the things that we talk about is how to find the best opportunities and how to take your trading to the next level. And that's where eSignals comes in. First month, free. It's a free trial to get customizable charts with every indicator imaginable on all the markets, with all the liquidity. You can tie it into your broker if you want to trade through it. You can tie it into API if you want to automate trading. You can back test. You can forward test. You can do everything at your fingertips with reliable data all in one spot. And as we said, the first month is free. So at the end of the day, if you don't like it, doesn't help your trading, then you're able to get away from it. I can tell you it's a fantastic tool. You can even, if we can come to I don't know if we can, I know that's running right now, but you can go level 2 with your charts, with screeners. I've got the trade rate in here to see what's moving the most. Tesla apparently is doing the most trade. SockXL, SPY, Apple, Broadcom in here. And you can customize it to what you want. I could put a filter on that if I wanted to, but that's what it's all about. Like finding the things that can help you. Scan the QR code that was up. Link is in the description as well. And the market is finally moving.
Yeah.
So you'll talk Intel. SMCI went to the top of the range and back to the bottom of the range. So instead of shorting the middle of the range, I'm like, if it's going to be range bound, you should not short the break. You should short the top and play to the bottom. I'm not, because the market's coming down though, I'm not reloading Rigetti. Like forget it. Forgetty. If it just, like if it breaks down here, I'll just get out. Like it's going sideways. I mean, okay, fine. It got to the high a couple times, but it hasn't really broken out. So I'm not going to reload it. It's 340. It's too late. And the market, it feels like, is coming back into the downside. So I'll hold on to some of SMCI for that flat bottom to break, but I will not reload Rigetti. And obviously, Intel just came through and destroyed the 50 level and was starting to fall heavily. So that's got to be going great. And the market's starting to come back in here. Like there's the pull. We actually might end up, NASDAQ could go red and end up with another red day, despite the fact we had this V-shape.
I mean, your Intel chart looks like mine. I mean, we got a whole bunch of fills going on here today, and we're just gonna, I didn't, the way this market was moving, I wasn't sure we were gonna get into there, so I consider it diamond hands. I mean, we could have emptied a lot of this out, right there at 45, but we've been holding, we just got a 41 fill, so we're pretty happy with that for now. Let's just continue to go downside, hopefully Intel, and we'll see what happens. All right, so AMD there. This was the short that we had. We had gotten stopped out of it. Good thing we did, because it makes that move again. We almost got to 101. That's the key level, 101, right? We've talked about that a couple times here. We do like that level, but at the same time, it's definitely one to look at and to be worried about, but it's there right now, and was just there up to $100.50. Probably worth that 50-cent shot there, to be honest with you, on AMD, especially if you were favoring the short. Let's go over to Nvidia just to see what's going on there, because they got as low as, and I made this comment yesterday off the open. I was like, what about 108? And it didn't get there. It got to 110. But today it gets to 108. So I don't want to call a bottom on anything, like Neil said. I mean, I don't know, temporary bottom or not. At the end of the day, that looks pretty good down there, 108. So we'll wait to see it for Monday if 108 comes into play. I'm not sure we're going to get it now. Look, we were short the TQs, right? And this was a trade that you guys know. I'm on this normally all the time into the afternoon. We tried it there, got a little bit lazy, started talking about Chipotle and stuff. And at the end of the day, we probably should have been short up there in and around that level. So, yeah, I feel like 68 was definitely a missed spot. We had written down here earlier on today. And look, this was written at 8 o'clock. So we had wrote down 68.50 right here. Oops, I don't want to go to ads. I do qualify now, apparently. They sent me a message there for monetization. All right, so just real quickly there. We wrote down 68.50 for the short for the TQs. And unfortunately, we didn't get to that level, so I wasn't super confident in doing that play, but it did get pretty close, man, up to $68. That's the high of the day. So it goes right back into 830 highs off the number. And then, of course, I mean, I say that, I mean, I'm happy, but like Intel is still going down. We could have held more of it, but we're still here. So there, that one goes to the downside. Oh yeah, but that futures trade was definitely there. All right, it's 3:42. Only 10 minutes until imbalances.
I must have the wrong stream. People are saying it's already started, but mine's still not doing anything. No, it doesn't matter.
Adira's literally at her desk, so like if there's anything, whether
there was a small spike in Bitcoin down,
whether or not it started or not,
but everything else fell. Like the move that just happened in IBIT is no different from the move that just happened on everything else that I was watching. So I feel as if we're following the market. It looks like a little bit of a sell event late in the day here. So IBIT's now down 2%. It did make a fresh afternoon low, but it didn't break the low of the day here on Bitcoin. So you still are trending down, but nothing crazy has happened yet. Let's go to Adair.
This event literally just started. They've just panned the camera around a bunch of men who are sitting at a table in the White House. No one has spoken. All we can hear are chatters of people to each other. Yeah, it's really, there's nothing to report as of yet, but I will let you guys know this has begun. If I hear anything of note, I will let you know, but no one's even said a word right now. Back to you.
Hey, Mara is still really strong today. You know what? I thought Mara was dead after it failed. So there was that, what happened here? I don't even, there was a very brief period of time this afternoon where like not shooting stuff and not eating my lunch. And everyone's like, Mara's going crazy. It went 15 to 16 in a few minutes. It pulled back off 16. And then now it's just holding the highs while Bitcoin is doing the opposite. So IBIT's doing that and Mara is chilling at the top. What is the deal with why Mara is so strong? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I guess it's maybe the short float or something. If there was a story, then I haven't seen it. The other thing to consider with Mara is, remember, like this area down here, like the 13 where it's bouncing from, it's bounced nicely from this buy level multiple times. And usually when it does, it gets into the 20s. So it could just be, hey, a little continuation off a support level on Mara. Although when you look at the chart, take a better gander of it, doesn't look as strong as the last few times. Like the actual trend looks a little bit weaker with the lower high. So I'm not a big believer. I like Bitcoin. I don't love the miners. I've probably said that way too much, so you probably get tired of me saying that. But if you like Mara, looks like it's on one of its little bit of a tears with that big short flow and all.
All right. Momentarily, we'll be going to Adara. But yeah, so we did take advantage of this move down, but not so low. Oh, there we go. I actually really like that yellow tie or whatever that is. That's looking sharp.
We need someone in a tux that
definitely down with that tie. But he does look a little more orange there in the face today. More than normal. Maybe it's just the color contrast.
Yeah, it doesn't look as much on mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It must just be looks a little dark
I think that's
there.
just.
Suntan, maybe got a round of 18 in, and he's chilling out.
I'll get it.
All right, I guess Adara's news on this.
Yeah, just letting you guys know, Donald Trump did, in fact, I guess not hit the podium, but he's just begun speaking. We will let you guys know, of course, what is said there, but starting a little bit late, but better late than never for this White House crypto summit. Back to you.
For sure. I mean, looks like he's just going to be signing some kind of. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want people to overreact. We'll get it from Adara when it does happen, what exactly is going down and what this means for various coins. We had mentioned again a couple times.
We're bouncing again.
Yeah, that we would definitely start to look at some of these bounces that have been happening right in front of us.
All right.
And that includes the market. The NASDAQ is making that move back up. So yeah, it took advantage of Intel, but obviously not enough on that play. So we'll wait to see now where we're going. But yeah, crypto 87.7 right now. So something to look out for, I guess.
Yeah, and wow, that was a heck of a bounce
IBIT?
back. IBIT just made a big power move to the upside. I don't want to reload Intel, and I'm looking over SMCI. I'm not reloading that either. It's 347. Oh, we didn't give the early look on the imbalances.
Yes, we did.
We did?
Well, I was
you did?
looking at them, but there was nothing there.
Okay, yeah.
Go over them again.
No, I was going to say, there's nothing crazy, but with only 3 minutes to go to the imbalances, there's nothing on the early look. I plan on reloading nothing. I'm just going to get offer high of the day on Rigetti. I'm going to put my bid at the local bottom on both Intel and SMCI just to, get out of Dodge before we have these numbers. Tighten up the stops because we're going to have a bit of it's Friday, so sometimes you get better imbalances on a Friday, but I don't want to be loading back into anything. We'll see what happens in here. That was a nice bounce. Actually, Nvidia might have had one of the better bounces because that was actually clean off VWAP. So I always have Nvidia up, anticipating that it usually has the biggest imbalance. You did also see just now Tesla came back through VWAP with an outside chance of going green on Tesla today. It's not impossible, probably unlikely, but you take one big move, I'd say, for Tesla. So 2 minutes to go to the imbalances. I'm not reloading anything. We're just going to hold on to what we have with kind of break-even-ish stops on both and see if IBIT does any kind of movement. At this point, I think because of how late it started, most of the action is likely to be in the aftermarket. So the 24-hour market, less liquidity, so probably more movement, so be careful out there. You never know what gets said. I'm praying for, we got to be buying X amount before the end of the year. That's what everybody really wants.
Yeah, IBIT's not doing too much here. We could have a quick look at Coinbase to see if there's any sort of reaction on this front. Yeah, so again, like a nice little bounce. I mean, not bad up to the 200 period moving average. I think it's too volatile to trade right now, especially intraday. But if there is any look there, what did Google do today? We talked about AMG, Amazon, Meta, Google. were the names that I was liking for dip buy opportunities in the Mag 7. 172.50, great VWAP there. So we were underneath it pretty much all day until we took it, and then we just bounced off of it. So again, with the market starting to get back to day's high, I'm exhausted, man. This has been a wild week, man. We were here early yesterday. We've been having some fun all week. We've been pushing a lot of shares through, a lot of trades happening there, and I just hear Adara joining me in my yawning right now. So yeah, he does. I mean, you know, what?
Huh?
Is that Adara putting a chart on that screen, or that's just? Oh, you're trying to put the Bitcoin chart. Okay, that's good. Yeah, leave it like that. Yeah, that's good.
But you could pull the price from Sean's screen too.
That's okay. Just leave it like that. Yeah. Whatever you want. I mean, either way.
We just got a super chat. Maybe the easiest question that we've ever been asked.
Grey Poupon.
And this is an easy one. David, thank you for the super chat. Survey Heinz or Grey Poupon mustard. If I don't see seeds, it ain't mustard. If it like I want the good. Like I'm not never that Heinz stuff. I'm not putting it on a dog. I'm not putting it on ham. I'm not putting it in a sandwich.
I'm putting yellow Heinz mustard.
I want that.
Dogs.
No, I only eat good mustard, man. And I used to be the same.
Ouch.
Look, growing up, all I ate was no brand mustard. It wasn't even Heinz. But now I like good mustard. And I'm not afraid to say it. It's the best. All I need on a good sausage, just give me the sauerkraut and give me that good.
Yeah. Don't
Dijon
overload
mustard.
the hot dogs or anything like that.
I love. That's all I need. Just the Dijon and the sauerkraut. And I'm good to go.
Man. I mean, you just go there, you get the hot dog, you throw on the yellow mustard, man. The more yellow, the better.
At a game, I'll eat whatever because you don't have a choice. Now you got to present.
We're busy trading.
No, that's better. That's
great
what
job.
I want to see. That's what. That looks
okay. Yeah, you're welcome. That's actually.
When are you doing the edge walk?
Oh yeah, Ramin. Huh? How about now, Ramin? Ramin, what happened, Ramin? Ramin. Wow, Ramin.
No one said anything about Fabian.
Covered it up, Ramin.
We'll pay for one of you to do it, not both. What?
All right. Yeah, so Ramin just got that in there. So that's good. Thanks for having that up. I mean, I think that's what people are here for, right?
By the way, Nvidia, 2.9 million to sell.
Imbalances. What the?
2.9 to sell on Nvidia.
Wow, this day
whatever CCLD is 2.8 million to sell. Whatever AUR is 2.4 million to sell. Coke, again, 1.7 million to the buy side. Opens there every day. Plug is there. 1.3 million. So the big one, as usual, Nvidia, 3 million to the sell side. This was the reaction on Nvidia on that number. No real crazy quote movement, about 40 cents on the move, and it's already starting to bounce. I just covered Rigetti. Look, it's past 350, man. Rigetti, middle of the range. It bounced a couple times. I could have reloaded it, but kind of a nothing burger. For a stock that reported, reversed, and looked like it was, for all the world, going to break out, just didn't really do much this afternoon, but give you like 15, 20 cents in there. I still think this can get to the 50 period, but I won't be here next week. It's trying to break the trend. They reported, doesn't matter what they make or not, there's a squeeze potential, and it's not asking a lot for this stock to get to $11.50, $12 in here off this little bit of a bounce. So we're just going to get out of Intel, I'm going to throw the bids in, and SMCI, kind of a nothing burger for the imbalances as we go back to Adara for another update.
Just to provide some context for that push up for Bitcoin, here's IBIT. Basically, Donald Trump said, as you can see on the screen there, that they're taking historic action to make America the Bitcoin capital of the world. That includes a treasury strategy that's going to create a crypto Fort Knox. So lots of, focus on storage of crypto here as they try to make crypto the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. So IBIT and crypto names on watch. We did not get a lot of crypto talk. Now we're getting some crypto discussions, guys. Back to you.
I just want him to say, make crypto great again. Like that's what I want to see. I want to see that hat. I want to wear that hat. I want him to pull it out right now, and I want him to put on the make crypto great again hat, because that would sell a lot. Hat. I think there'd be a lot of people who want to buy that name, that thing, and then you can have like a little USA logo on there and everything, and then there it is, man. Make crypto great again. So you're welcome.
We could just have our own with like a Trader TV thing.
We could have a lot of things, but I mean, at the end of the day,
you know the one I wanted. I wanted the Trader TV logo, and then the just hodl it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I love that T-shirt. I'll probably wear it in Florida, to be honest. I love that T-shirt.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
If you see a brother in Dunedin at a game and I'm wearing a Just Hodl It shirt, then you know it's me. and you can say what's up.
Yeah. Or if you just see Neil there, you can
Or-
say what's up as well. I mean, you don't.
Yeah, I know.
mean,
You could also just
doesn't
say
have
what's
to necessarily be some random guy wearing a HODL shirt as well.
I'm sure I'm the only person in the world that has that T-shirt.
Probably not, but yeah, there.
No, I'm joking. Of course, a bunch of people probably have it.
Yeah.
So look, not like I said, nothing crazy, but there is at least, you know what, SMCI is going up.
I'm trying to get out of Big Bear. I mean, just real quick. So
I'm going to get out before this goes back up to the top. And there is a move happening. We're almost at VWAP there on IBIT, but there's no trade because it's too late in the day. We waited all for this, and I'm not going to touch it. I'm not chasing a move that's done in 5 minutes.
I really like what Ramin did there. I mean, that's pretty awesome. You could just literally watch the Bitcoin price going through as he's speaking. I thought we got to 88.8 there, something like that.
We
Here
did.
it comes right back down.
We did.
I'm just waiting for it to say Cardano. What's up, Adara?
I think Donald Trump just said that the U.S. government has as many as 200,000 Bitcoin. This is an interesting number because we know not even all of Bitcoin has been discovered. MicroStrategy or Strategy, a huge Bitcoin holder, they have about 500,000 Bitcoin. They're one of the largest holders by far, and they have over 2%. So if the U.S. government has 200,000 Bitcoin, that would imply they have roughly 1% of the total 21 million Bitcoin reportedly ever made. So we have no way to necessarily confirm this as of right now. I will continue looking into this. But interesting tidbit coming here from Donald Trump, because if this is correct and they have 200,000 Bitcoin in the federal government, that is not an insignificant number, guys. Back to you.
Yo, Sebastian, man, what do you mean make Trader TV great again? Well, it's already. I mean, I can't,
Yeah.
what do we...
There's, by the way, the Nvidia
Make crypto
flipped.
great again.
Nvidia flipped,
that's
Intel
the thing.
flipped as well. Not big imbalances. We could do it. We could do anything.
And the more you guys know, the more you know.
Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting this. Mr. Westermeyer, if you're watching, we finally got the... when I lost the bet, we still have the hoodie that
Who's
I got to
staying
send
late
you.
today?
It's on its way, Mr. Westermeyer. I was kind of hoping we could do something cool, but it's just the ones that we already have in the shop, the old school ones. What were you saying about staying late? Who's doing it?
No, it's Fabian's doing it. I was just like, I was going to maybe we'll extend the show a little bit if it was Ramin, because I know she has nowhere to go. So.
She does have somewhere to go.
She does?
To the Edge Walk. No, they don't do it this time.
Did you already buy the tickets, or?
We're both buying the tickets.
What?
You said it
I
first.
thought you were...
And the best thing about YouTube,
you want to jump in on
the
this.
best thing about we'll split
March
it.
15th. This
As
dude,
long
Marty.
as we get evidence that we can show on the show, right? Like I don't know.
Of course we get evidence.
video
we're
and
gonna get her
pictures.
like a little GoPro. We're gonna slap a GoPro on
exactly.
her.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Content creation,
because
baby.
we don't have to do it.
Yeah, you know what? Screw this. Trader
We don't
TV
have to
Live's
do it.
paying for it because we need to get.
Shh, don't tell them that.
What do you mean? I'm telling everybody. I'm telling the world. Shock
Everyone
the
gets to
world.
believe that we were going to pay out of our pockets.
Make the Edge
That's what I
Walk great
forget.
again.
I know I forgot.
All right, so basically, Big Bear AI, we're 10 cents in the money, but I'm just going to get out of everything here at 33. We are able to take advantage of. Oh, now it shows that. Okay, well, it's obviously I have either offers up there, so I have to cancel them. We were able to take a little bit of advantage of some of these pops, but we didn't really get the right price until it actually crashed into 325. So not a very good day for Big Bear AI. We started the day up at 350. We end the day at 330s or so. So, kind of a boring day there for Big Bear AI. We got out of Intel basically right here. We didn't have very many shares left at all, or else we would have been. I didn't even realize it was the imbalances coming out, so that should give you an indication. But we talked about when it dripped into here, how great that was. So we took a big time advantage of that, got out. Then we took another piece at the 50-period moving average. Then we had a little bit left, and once it reversed out, we actually had to stop there at, I think it was breaking through 70. Yeah, so that's what we got. We got 71s. So breaking through 70 right there was my stop. What the hell are you guys setting up? Oh, there he is. Yeah, Fabian, watch out, Fabian. Fabian's there. Oh, no. No. Fabian, you had to
Oh,
slow
the
down.
humanity.
That was pretty good.
That was actually well done. On the fly, everybody, too. That was pretty cool.
But I see why Fabian did that. Now he wants to get like workers' comp. He might not even be here on Monday now. And
What would be really legit is if you like base jumped off there for an extra. I don't know what you would take to get someone to base jump.
Maybe
off.
if Sharif's at the bottom, he can
More
catch
than the
you.
edge.
Yeah, it's
Someone did that a few years ago.
that was a good one.
It was like someone base jumped in the middle of the night off the CN Tower. Remember there was like a YouTube video of everything. Yeah.
Allowed to do that, or
No, you're not allowed.
the guy.
But if you do it in the
one
dead of
those
night,
guys?
land on the street and then just book it before you get arrested. So I think, although if you post it on YouTube,
Yeah, it's too
That
bad.
makes it easy to get
So
caught.
if anybody, we're looking for another production person.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Fabian.
Oh, here it is.
I saw that. That's what I was
Marty.
telling you.
Oh, my bad, Marty. March 15th, I'll be at the Blue Jays Cardinals in Jupiter. But isn't Jupiter Arizona? Hold on.
I thought we've only got to March.
Beers on me if you're hitting that game. So I'm only going to 2 games, and they're both in Dunedin. That said, I don't know what I'm doing on the 15th. But if I can make it out to that game, Marty, we'll meet up for sure. But I'm pretty sure we bought tickets to only in Dunedin for a couple of games.
But Marty, do not buy the man a hot dog. Or if you do not put mustard on it.
I'm not going to live that.
Only Grey Poupon.
I'm not going to hear the end of that now.
Only Grey Poupon.
You know it's better. You just
No, I don't.
You know
I'm telling you,
yeah,
it's not
you do.
better.
I don't think.
Joe is with me, man.
Yo,
That's the thing. Us Italians, us Jamaican Italians. Okay, you're Jamaican me crazy right now.
Oh, it's a close, by the way.
Hey, Joe. Yeah, there we go. 87,000. What the hell is Trump saying? See, he did not put on the hat. That's
Exactly.
the problem.
The closing bell brought to you
Yeah.
by Foremost
And
Clean
not brought to you
Energy
by
and
making
not brought to you by
crypto great
crypto
again.
going down. Ring it right now. 87. Uh-oh.
So I feel like after, Kevin O'Leary today,
That was disappointing
after that great
crypto move,
Bitcoin
man.
idea that I had, I mean, potentially we'll get a phone call from the Trump administration. I have some great ideas for all of that. So there it goes, man. Crypto bouncing off 87. That's kind of cool. Like, even though I have it on my screen too, like I'm actually addicted just to watching that huge number there on the screen. So yeah, all
It
right.
just makes the
Everyone's
nothing
loving
burger
the
that you
show.
see more interesting. That's all. Because nothing's happening there, but it just makes it interesting.
Michelle
to watch.
Muir has said that Jupiter's on the other side, so unfortunately, I don't think you'll be going from Dunedin to
That's
Jupiter.
okay.
I don't know how long.
You know what, Marty, I don't know if you're in Florida. We literally go to spring training every single year, so it's just a matter of like
Why don't
planning
you just
it
borrow
another
Brendan's
time.
helicopter, and then you could get there real quick?
I thought he had one of those eVTOL things.
He does.
Not the helicopter. He's more.
Oh, you
about
might want
that
to take the helicopter down to Florida.
There's Brendan right here.
You guys are driving, right? I mean, you're flying.
I drove once up from Florida with my brother when he was moving back.
Oh crap! I
That
have to
sucked.
do the. What am I doing?
It sucked.
All
man.
right. Well, have a great time.
Here, I'll tell the
obviously.
story because just to give you some time.
Yeah, go tell a story, and yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, why not?
Enjoy the time. I hope Erin, if she runs into
Don Mattingly.
again,
We get his autograph in a
that,
picture.
she'll say what's up to him and get that
He's
autograph.
shafted by Mattingly. I just wanted my daughter to have a picture with the Yankee legend. Is it asking
Blue Jay
that much?
legend, Blue
He's
Jay
also
bench coach
yeah,
legend.
I mean, obviously everyone knows him for other things.
Tesla to 200. Okay.
No, we don't want Tesla 200 after the close. No, the story I was going to tell you guys while Sean Moses is on up to the desk, because I have you for a minute or two, is my brother went to school in Fort Lauderdale, and when he graduated, we were driving him and all of his stuff back to Canada, and so he had a car and all of his stuff. Now, the average person would have the wherewithal to know that when you bring a vehicle that you own into the country and you're like moving back, like you have to pay like a duty on it. We're both students, and we didn't have any money. So we got to the border and they stopped us and they're like, and we just told the truth. And basically they said, you can't bring this across the border unless you pay the duty or whatever it was. And then they brought out the book with the sheet and we're like, well, how much is it? And he showed us the number and I swear my lips started to quiver and we both wanted to cry because we're like, we don't have hotel money. We're driving through to try to get home. We didn't have hotel room money. We had nothing and they're stopping us right here. My pops was in Florida. I had school. I had to go back to university like the next day. And finally we started we're like, whoa, this is messed up. We can't do anything. And this lady at the border took pity on us and said, look, you can pay this. We'll let you guys through. We'll let you pay it, whatever. Just don't get yourselves pulled over as well. And it was kind of one of those wake up moments when you're young to make sure you research and understand the situation, get yourself in a bit of a pickle. Of course, my pops would have probably been able to wire it to us, but in the moment, we were freaking out. So anyways, that is what it is. I'll tell you right now, shout out to the entire crew. We had a lot of fun this week. We're going to hold Ramin to it. She's doing that edge walk. Eventually, we'll get some video. Whenever they open it up, Fabian wants to do it as well. but I don't know what time of year it opens up. I'm sure it's in the spring when the weather gets a little bit better. I want to thank everybody out there. The midday did an awesome job. Joey Options and Sharif, as always. Big shout out to all of our guests. Kevin O'Leary this morning and both Raheem and Raheem Alani doing a great job. But you know what? It's market recap time, everybody, where you can still follow the Crypto Summit, and you can do it with Sean and Adara at the desk. And also big shout out to Obi, who you'll see all week in my seat, because I'll be having a few brews on the beach watching some games. Bye, guys.
Hey, what's up,
Hi,
everybody? Me and Adara were just talking here as well.
About the new Drake song, Stand Tower.
yeah,
that
there's
upsets me on a personal level.
Oh, don't get too upset about it.
No, I know. It's just really questionably bad.
Yeah, we were. What the? I mean, we came over here pretty unprepared. Now I don't think this mouse. Okay, we'll figure it out. But welcome to the show, everybody. It is Friday. We're gonna have a lot of fun. If you're still with us in the chat. I suggested this. I think it's a good idea. Why don't we do a little bit of a Q&A? I'm just going to load up the YouTube channel right now. If anybody has any questions forget about for me. Maybe you have something for Adara. You can ask us anything you want tonight on this show. We will be going until 4:30, and it should be a lot of fun. I don't know whoever was logged in here, but like nothing is loading whatsoever. So I'm just going to get this all locked and loaded, Adara. But it was a pretty good day overall for the markets. We had that huge rally there at the end of the day. I don't know why we're on Dell there, but the Nasdaq is bouncing off the 200 period moving average. We're bouncing off of it, not in necessarily a good way. We just touched it today, and we're still closed underneath it. So we'll wait to see there. That's the Nasdaq below the 200 period moving average, but we did have a good day everywhere else. It seems like we had uranium, finance, and XLY. I did this yesterday. It's consumer discretionary, of course. I didn't mention that yesterday. Downside. But uranium and XLF. XLF, again, I think I prefer JP Morgan, but a downside push nevertheless on XLF today. Energy, what a nice bump up, right? That's 2 consecutive days now in a row that we get that bump up from energy. Now, we did have that talk earlier on today that potentially Russia was about to accept something. We had Ukraine also with the minerals deal earlier on in the week. Will that all get settled down? I don't know. But at the end of the day, money doesn't lie, price doesn't lie, neither does money. But down into here, into past support areas, I just feel like picking things up, closing your eyes for a little bit and not worrying about all the rhetoric. Because remember, a lot of what's happened in this market, like looking at a Google price or looking at where Tesla is or something like that, a lot of the action has already been baked in. So now we look for, hey, there he is. What's up, Donald? Now we look for what's next, right? What is the next sort of reason for downside moves, right? And honestly, there's been a lot of washed out here on some of these names. I'm going to include Google with that. I am not going to include Tesla. I just wonder if the damage still needs to happen for Tesla. I'm not really hearing anything positive about that. I would like to see on Monday or Tuesday someone come in. I thought we had Dan Ives earlier still say 550.
Yeah, that was not as of that came basically on Wednesday night. So that was actually not for today.
Okay.
That was an old story. But yeah, basically he said some people are cautious because of Trump's political, Trump and Elon ties, the political elements. But he's been bullish Tesla. That should not be super surprising. Also, guys, the White House Crypto Summit just cut out on me on crazy fashion. It's like a whole technical difficulties. We heard it, and then it stopped. So with that in mind, too, while we wait, because I know Sean is going on a little bit of a run over here, we're going to make sure we can log into some things. Two-factor verification is, annoying. But in the meantime, what's not annoying? Looking at next week's earnings names and economic events. I just posted this on X at TTV Research. Some decent earnings next week, Sean. We have Dick's Sporting Goods. We have Kohl's. We have Zim's Integrated Shipping. We have Adobe. Sentinel One, UiPath, Ulta Beauty, DocuSign, Li Auto, and WeRide, which is a name that Nvidia just invested in. So there's going to be a lot of really fun tickers, I think, to trade next week. Economic data, pretty meaty as well. We have CPI. We have PPI. I actually just need to adjust this because of the PPI.
Yeah,
and we have University of Michigan consumer sentiment. So it should be a really exciting day of trading, guys.
Yeah, we were a little bit worried there today when we had that non-farms come out. I just typed in YouTube. I just typed YouTube instead of typing in Trader TV Live because I want to get into the chat right now. But yeah, some good talk earlier on today.
Bless you.
Yeah, bless you, Fabian. Some good talk earlier on today. We had Fed Chair Powell come out and talk a little bit intraday. Let me just call up the intraday chart here on a 1 minute. Hit the podium around 12:30. I mean, look what basically happened here at 12:30. This is when Powell came and started talking. Nice upside move there, up into 493. So it looks like we don't necessarily have any negative comments coming from there. Just talking about inflation and some of the numbers that had come through today. The jobs report, they're happy with what they're seeing. Unemployment rate just ticking up to 4.1%. Not that much of a worry. And again, the PCE from last week under control. And it does look like moving into March 19th that there will be no interest rate movements whatsoever. So the NASDAQ there does make a move higher, I guess, on worries that potentially rate hikes, but that was not talked about, as far as I know anyways, from Fed Chair Powell. So I do want people to come into the chat right now and let us know if there are any questions. Bears versus Bulls. I know Adara's looking for them.
I am
as well.
seeing some questions, actually.
All right, so Bears, if you do have them, you can message either Adara or myself with those, and we will go. But a very volatile week of trading, Adara.
Yes.
The NASDAQ does dip into correction territory, and what correction territory is 10%. So a nice 10% move down from going sharply red to green today, which was really important there, ending the day near the highs. I mean, I know the market did pull back a little bit, but ending the day near the highs, which is always a positive movement. We look to see a continuation there on Monday, as you just mentioned. Many different not earnings reports, economic releases into next week. Meta was talked about on our show a little bit today, falling into a key $600 level. Obviously, that was a big one. I like Meta. I think with a PE, forward PE of just 24. I like the look of that. I like Google as well at 19. The first ever crypto summit happening right now.
Yeah.
And we did have it on the board there.
We had some technical difficulties, so we could no longer have it on the board.
Okay, no problem. But right now, IBIT is making that move down. And unfortunately for everybody, right now, hey, everybody, crypto is not having a nice go of it. This is what's happening as we speak right now on Binance, down to 85 right now. A big move down for crypto as we speak today.
You know what that might be? When I said we are having technical difficulties, I didn't mean us as Trader TV Live. I meant the White House Crypto Summit, Sean. It
Right.
literally just stopped. They had all the colorful bars on the screen. I just checked on the stream right now. It's going beep. So yeah, it literally looks like their stream just cut out.
I think they're trying to make crypto great again. I think they're trying to print the hats so we can
They should
put
be
it
trying to
on.
make the stream great again.
I think when they come back, he may be wearing the hat. Make crypto great again.
Hopefully.
MCGA.
We'll see.
Or not.
If they come back, right? Because right now that stream is like kaput.
Coming into a great little level, though, right now for this. We've talked about it getting down into 84, 85 again, and then a nice bounce. Like, what a volatile... Like, look, crypto can never be a store of value when you're moving 5% like this, right? I think eventually we're trying to get to that level. Obviously, with the reserve, hopefully that adds some stability to it. But claiming to have 200,000 Bitcoins was Trump at the summit. And I think we talked about that being eventually, what was it, 1%? Because there's going to be 21 million coins, I believe.
Is
it 21 or 28? At the end of the day, China also claiming to have a couple 100,000 coins as well under their belt. So, and then of course we know that Michael Saylor's last count, unless there was a buy this week, was 499,000 Bitcoins for MSTR. So right now we're having a little bit of a fun time with it, but it is down to 86 and change. So those of you paying attention to the Crypto Summit, let us know if it's back on the air, and then we can see if we can have it up for you right now. But yeah, make the stock market great again. I see some people in the chat looking to do that as well. All right, we did have a big earnings report today. The one that impressed me the most with the move down was Costco. I was not expecting that. And I just mean impressed me like yesterday, Joel and I were on the show, obviously, and it was down 1 or 2%. And I was like, you know what? It's probably going to hold this 50-period moving average. Didn't do that at all. We actually go out down here at 960. Not a great move. But we did, it looks like we did hit down to 940 today on Costco down there. So pretty negative move there. It was on the guide, right? And so we'll see. Again, are we worried about recession? I'm not really hearing that talk yet. You never really know about a recession until you're in it, it seems like. But that 200 period definitely coming into play down at 9.10. So Costco coming through today as well. Broadcom, we thought we did a little Mighty Mouse joke yesterday. Here we come to save the day. But Costco downside, Broadcom ending the day relatively flat. We started the day up that 9%. It looks like we travel around. Let me call up a 5-minute chart so we can see a little bit better. So here's where Broadcom opened the day, 192 roughly, closes in at 194. So definitely bought from the bottom there. You could see yesterday's lows of 180 held. So that's great. We'll look to see Broadcom next week to see if we can hold that. We also had a nice bounce back on Hewlett Packard Enterprise. So that was a nice play today. Only down 10% at the end of the day. Dell, I believe, battled back as well. Yeah, so the same kind of a bump there midday as we get some server side action there. And the other one that was a little disappointing to me, although we wound up on the stock, it was relatively flat. Yeah, Big Bear AI down 20% to end the day. Wow, I've never seen an actual even number like that. But there it is, Big Bear AI. Tried to get going at the end of the day. It does not. It's just up here, Darius. He says 20.
25? Oh, yeah, sorry. I have
flat, yeah.
really bad eyes.
No,
yeah.
my eyesight's bad too. I actually just went, actually, my eyes haven't changed in the last like 10 years or so. But I was looking to get, I already had laser eye surgery.
Oh, wow.
But very, very mild. I was looking to get it again, but I don't know. Now that I'm this age, I don't know. So I'm going to go in and find out next week if I can qualify for that. I don't know. I have a problem seeing distances. Like, I can see everything from here. It's just, you know, when you're in, it's dark out or driving, something like that.
I'm a -6, so like unfortunately I
have no idea
cannot.
what that means.
My eyes are so bad. I'm like literally if it's in front of me, I can't see it.
-1.75, something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So is that are you nearsightedness or farsightedness?
I am all-sightedness. I cannot see anything. Like literally, my left eye is especially really bad. Like they're like that thing's
Shout out to
hopeless.
TLC, of course.
Yeah, shout out to TLC left eye. But yeah, no, my left eye is particularly like not great. But I actually went to the eye doctor yesterday, that's why I couldn't be on the recap. And I got glasses for the first time in a couple of years because I've been just relying on contacts.
Okay.
So those may make a debut on the show at some point. Also, thank you to David Treziak here for the $5 super chat. Just looked in the fridge, and one of my favorite is Bever Sweet and Hot Mustard, delicious with brat and croat. Sorry.
Bless you. Sauerkraut. You like sauerkraut?
I've never had sauerkraut. Also, I apologize for not muting my mic. I was not able to get there in time. My God, that broke my brain.
Start golfing. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to start to do. We actually had Big Patty Ice on here, and I told him, yo, we're going golfing. We're going golfing a lot. I'm going to take a lot. Brendan, I'm taking a lot of afternoons off. I just see him over there. He's watching and listening, or maybe not. All right, so you're wearing contacts every day, basically. Okay.
I would not be able to leave the house. I can't even leave my room, honestly. Like I'm that visually.
All right, comments from Fed Chair Jerome Powell and Fed's Kugler today, both who said the Fed did not need to react too quickly to the moving rate. So we did talk about that already. I just wanted to get that. Both Fed speakers also, and this is notes from Adara, so thank you, Adara. Both Fed speakers also emphasized inflation uncertainty. So again, we had mentioned that when we opened the show there. So I think I got that pretty right. And we did have, again, tariff talk from the Fed as well. So again, Fed's not supposed to look at the markets. We know that the president probably does as well. So we're going to wait to see. We did have a little bit of a pushback on those reciprocal tariffs, but I think our premier here did say that the energy tariff would stay. So we'll see about that. I know that Ontario does send energy to 3 states, and I think it was 1.5 million homes. So you could see, I guess it would be upstate New York would be the primary benefit of that. And we'll see, I don't know, again, where else we're going with all of that, what other states, maybe it's Michigan, going through as well. But there should be higher energy prices coming for those states. And again, I hope that all comes back. I want to give a big thank you to Kevin O'Leary, who was on the show earlier today as well, and has promised to come back.
Yes.
Because I'm just going to go and get some watches, and then we can see.
Oh, yeah, that Apple Watch thing.
Yeah, so if anybody owns like a really expensive watch that wants to lend it to me and I can therefore pretend it's mine, that might be a good plan.
Yeah, but if that's what you're pretending, is it a crush like the cockroach you are?
Apparently, me and Neil are just a bunch of cockroaches, and at some point, but that was a reference to
Shark Tank. Which I love, which is why I got it like immediately. Literally, David and Ramin were over there, and I was like dying laughing.
I was just like, did this guy actually say this? And all of a sudden, Ramin in our ears, like, that was a reference.
Yeah, because I told him, I was like, no, this is from Shark Tank. Because I literally did like a paper in school on Shark Tank. I love Shark Tank.
Yeah, we did used to watch that live on air. Okay, so IBIT still making the move to the downside. Apparently that stream is now back, but it doesn't mean that crypto's back. Crypto 86 and change right now as we go. Can I just type in here ADA and it will work? No, okay, so I'm gonna have to find out a better trading view, I believe, has a good one. All right, just quickly looking at some of the stocks today. We did look at a little bit of indexes there. The home builders up today as well, but some major moves happening right now. Apple up 1.5 today. Again, not too much worry there about tariff talk, so Apple holds the fort. Nvidia, we expected that today, up 2% again on the back of Broadcom. So there's Broadcom down there, 8.5% as well. Financials, a little red today. JP Morgan leading the way, down 1.73%. I believe Wells Fargo is a little more than that. Yeah, down 2.5% for Wells Fargo. Eli Lilly's been doing really well, man, with a lot of their GLP now looking at different ways to utilize that technology and that particular drug. Again, Ozempic, Mounjaro, they're all different, but they're all the same. So we'll have to wait to see what happens with Eli Lilly, down 4.73%. I believe that's probably a buying opportunity there.
Yeah.
What was up with retail today? Walmart down 3, Costco down 6, Amazon down 0.7, Home Depot also down 1.29. I like some of these names. I believe that Home Depot, all three of these, right? Strong U.S. names, Amazon, Walmart, Costco, and Home Depot, all to the downside there today. So again, possible worries about tariffs striking retail sector. That's about it, man. McDonald's, wow, McDonald's today, we talked about that a little bit on the show, just like, no kidding aside, we are loving that stock because that does hit all-time highs today, McDonald's, on apparently not much news, right?
No news.
We'll see what happens there. We know that the dollar menu, especially here in Canada, ever since they dropped the price of coffees and they reinstituted some of the McValue meals and things like that, I think you can get whatever now for $5. So that's definitely helping in this environment for sure as people are looking to save a little bit there. I never want to think that McDonald's, it's too bad some of the healthier places don't drop their prices really because it's just like an evil circle because
But they can't, yeah.
that's the thing. It's like, you know, kids, everybody loves McDonald's. It's fast, it's easy. But on the health spec, you know, like I'm actually really surprised that McDonald's doing this considering that we've had RFK come in and talk about, you know, chemicals and eating proper foods and all of this stuff. McDonald's just seems to give a you know what to that. So, yeah. I don't know. What's your go-to at McDonald's?
I don't go that much.
Yeah, we haven't gone there in a minute either. I think the kids like chicken nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, like, I've said this before, my appetite is not, like, I usually nibble like a little rat. Like, I can't eat food straight up. So I'll usually get that tiny, tiny $2 cheeseburger.
Yeah.
The one that, like, you can see through.
I think it's like $3 now.
Oh, inflation. So I usually get that little baby cheeseburger, and then maybe I'll get a muffin for later. Sometimes I'll forget to eat the muffin. I'm a simple woman. But yeah, that's usually my go-to.
Yeah. We're like, I'm there a couple times a week. It's right by the rink, but we just get coffees. Like I drop the wife off. Thing is, like, I don't know, for hockey, it's like the girls got to get there like an hour and a half before the game.
Yeah, and they have to get like all like into their millions of layers of costuming.
And they do their little warm-ups. They have their little routines and run around. Okay, so all right, let's go. It's going to be Q&A time very, very soon. So not too much else to talk about right now. You know, we do have the Benzinga News platform. If anything does hit, obviously in Cryptoverse, we'll be all over that. But it's a nice day today for McDonald's. The whole retail sector, though, I saw Walmart was down. I'm looking at, I was going to say I'm looking at 92. But that already came and went today, down to $91. And again, why we like 92, I don't know if you can see this. Let me zoom in maybe a little bit more. This yellow stripe right here, I'm not sure if it's coming across on the stream, but that yellow stripe was earnings day. And so then the day after, we always talk about the 3-day rule. Try to look for a stock after 3 days, see if it's give itself a support area. And it looks like Walmart did do that at $92. So I was saying to Neil, this is not a name that I'm in. But I've also said I'm not going to buy any more stock. But Walmart down here isn't a horrible idea. Again, properly run company, supply chain under control, inventory under control. So we'll read about what was going on with their report because we did fade off all-time highs there. But I think it's coming into support here at $90. So this is a Sharif term, or it was a Neil term, but now a Sharif term may be worth wetting your beak in and around those areas. A name that I know that you were talking about at the beginning of the year has been a little bit of a surprise to me, Netflix.
Yeah.
So like, I was with my parents and they're like, we don't have Netflix. So I just signed them up to my account. It's like $7 or $8. They can now log in from their house, get full access to it. I like Netflix. I think, was Love is Blind Marriage or something, or Wedding?
Wait, they made another one? They made a marriage one?
I think they made like 10 Love is Blind.
Okay, I know, but I didn't realize they made a marriage one.
Yeah, apparently there's someone now, there's one, so my wife was talking about possibly watching that. Anyways, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to get at is the content seems to be unlimited here.
It does.
You can now get all the WWE. WWE for, I think, since ever,
Crazy.
Monday Night Raw has been the most watched cable program of all time. Like beats out Seinfeld, all of that. And now WWE, I think they paid quite a hefty piece for it to get that into Netflix, but that's another content thing there. Plus, remember, they got live sports. They're going to have more football talk once football comes back. They've made those deals. They got the Christmas games as well. Thursday night games are on Amazon, and I believe Netflix. I'm not sure if they got the Sunday night game, but I know that they're looking to expand into the NFL, and I think that's going to be huge. Live sports, right? F1. They have the golfing on there as well for their whatever the reality show there for golf is. I think they're on season 3. That's been a good one
That's a thing?
as well. Yeah, man, they follow around a bunch of different golfers, and it's really cool. Same as F1. Did you see the F1 one?
No, I'm not really. I feel like I've not been on Netflix much lately.
I feel like you don't even subscribe to Netflix.
I do subscribe to
Oh, you do?
Netflix.
Okay.
I subscribe to it for You, and I subscribe to it for the various Ryan Murphy crime shows.
There's only 2 seasons of You, though.
They're going on their 5th. Sean.
They're in the 5th.
They're going on their 5th. There are many seasons of You.
I offended, yeah.
Oh, no, he left. Yeah, Fabian just said, I thought both the main characters were dead.
We
yeah,
saw-
no, the whole plot of You.
Spoiler alert.
No, well, it's actually not because it changes characters every season
Okay,
except for
I know
him.
nothing about this show.
So the man to whom the you is being, like he is saying you to the world. Anyways, so there's different yous every season, so it's not really a spoiler.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
good. What about Lotus, White Lotus?
I am behind on White Lotus.
Yeah.
This cast is a little, I don't care that much. Like the last 2 seasons of cast, I'm like, give me all of that. Michael Imperioli, F. Murray Abraham, all that stuff. I'm like, this season, I'm like, Piper, I didn't even get her name right. But yeah, I know it's kind of a random cast for me.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about there.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
And it was Arnold Schwarzenegger's son, too, is the...
Yeah, which is...
kind of like the...
He's also like 30 and has been
Shady.
playing like 15-year-olds for the last
that
10
old?
years. He is 30.
Right,
He's at
yeah, I
least
thought he was
30.
playing a college kid or something again.
Yeah, she's just been playing like characters of the same age for like so long that I'm like, at a certain point, when do we stop believing it? I don't know.
All right. If there are any questions, quickly, man, we have 5 more minutes. We'll try to wrap this thing up. All right. I have a question for you, Adara. I know that you had some good success this week trading, and I know you like to trade the spread of your names.
I do.
So what was your trade? You don't have to say exactly what the trade was, because I know you had a lot of them. What was a memorable trade for you this week? Do you remember a particular stock? Did you trade an earnings play?
Actually, so I had some fun with App 11 today. App 11's been probably my stock of the week so far, but
Nice.
CrowdStrike, that to me was my favorite trade this week, and I took it off the open. Literally got it at 9:32 a.m. on Wednesday on earnings. I really liked it as a short, so I waited for it to false break the pre-market high. Got short. I had to risk about $5, so I didn't have a ton of size. I added into it, got short 360s. My best out was 345. So that was a really nice. I was very happy I was able to get that trade. But yeah, I mean, lately I've been trading a lot of App 11 because that trade name's been so volatile. And you know, we were talking about people loving McDonald's. People are not loving App 11. App 11 is in talks to be a new S&P 500 edition. And Fuzzy Panda Research literally wrote a letter to the S&P 500 being like, please do not put it in the index. They are rotten. They are doing this. And I'm like, Fuzzy Panda, just chill. You made a lot of money on your short. Like, calm down. Also, I want to thank Sebastian for this question. I like this.
Here we go.
How much has your life changed since you were part of the trading
Here we
team
go.
addressed to me? I mean, a lot, honestly. Like, I'm happy to be here. I never expected to be here. And I never expected to really fall in love with like trading as much as I did as well. The news, you know, I will admit this has been a really rough time for the news, just in terms of getting used to all of it, making sure you're vetting everything appropriately. But, you know, every time you make a mistake or whatever, you get something different, you figure it out, you learn from that. So I'm excited to learn from this very crazy, you can talk about the 24-hour news cycle. This feels like the 24-second news cycle, Sean.
I mean,
I don't even get to go up to use the washroom, and I love it, and I'm learning, and I hope to be better at it to give you guys the best experience every day.
It's like when you go back to Winnipeg and you're chilling out with some of your friends and everything like that, like, can any of them believe that you're trading stocks live?
No.
Or because I just get the feeling that this is not something that any of your group would have been interested in investing.
No, like no one would have expected me to have either, which is like pretty crazy. But yeah, I mean, my Winnipeg peeps are happy for me. I have like a lot of friends and family back there still, so it's pretty nice. Some of my dad's friends are like involved in the market. They live here as well because my dad lived in Toronto for a bit, so that's been pretty cool too. I feel like I have a lot of support people who understand the market and people who don't and who are willing to listen to me rant. So yeah, it's been pretty neat. I feel very lucky.
Yeah, no, for sure. I remember when we were going through the interview process and Adara was there, and we really appreciate all the writing that you do and things like that because it's definitely making a lot of our lives much easier. And then, of course, Adara is now completely in charge of free reign of that Trader TV research page that you can find on Twitter. Unfortunately, I'm not logged into Twitter, so I can't really show it right now, but it's great. A lot of great infographics. A lot of great infographics there, Fabian. So do it again so I can pause again, Fabian. I can get the Trader TV live research thing up. You can probably log into Twitter without an account, right? But all right, Winnipeg Jets, people like that. You're more of a Winnipeg Blue Bombers fan.
Yes, I am a huge Bombers fan.
I knew that one. So football.
But yeah, I went to a Jets game when I was like 13.
So football greater than hockey.
For me, very much so. Yeah, but CFL specifically, like I don't really know enough to follow NFL. But.
All right. I know Neil promises a lot of things. I'm going to actually deliver. The thing is, what about if we all went to an Argos game?
That'd be cool.
If it's Winnipeg at Toronto.
Oh.
Then we can go, we can get a box.
I'm down.
Yeah, okay.
I might offend some Winnipeggers, but I am down to go. I have a Bombers hat somewhere, so I'll bring that up.
No, because it's very, they're cool. There's going to be a lot of Winnipeg fans there. We'll do that.
Winnipeg are very patriotic when it comes to football.
All right, let's do that. So we'll do that. We're going to go to a CFL game around here because Toronto, coming up very soon, will be hosting, I think it's 3 World Cup games. So for proper football, soccer, they're going to be hosting that there in 2026 or 2028, I believe is the World Cup. Yeah, we just had it. So already? Okay. No, it's okay. We got to wrap this up anyways. We got places to go, people to see. It's been a great week. It's been a very, very tiring week, an exhausting week. The tariffs, the tariff talk. Look, for people wondering, I saw a few people in the chat. What do we do? What are we doing with our accounts? What are we thinking about? Well, at the end of the day, I'm not doing anything really. I put a little bit of money to work in the S&P 500. I think it's a little early to be stepping into some of these names. I do think if you are underweight or maybe not even in some of these tech names that have been getting hit over the week, I do think it's probably appropriate now to start to dip buy into some names, just if you are thinking about 6 months down the line. I mean, we're going to look back and say, wow, Amazon was at 200, but Amazon could get to 180 first as well, right? So I would just say it's probably, and this is just for what I'm thinking about, you're going to want to base it on your time frames, whatever your investment tolerance is. I think there's some great opportunities here, like Netflix being down where it is. We just reviewed that. I think that there's nothing changing there. That's a subscription-based model. We talked about Amazon, Meta, and Google. That's kind of where I would look at. But if you're uncertain right now, buy a little bit of the index and then maybe buy a little bit of gold, right? And get a little bit of energy. Get diversified at these levels. I think you'll look back and be pretty happy with that decision. So again, let's just go over some quick little roll call right now. Thank you everybody for staying, man. I know on a Friday it is tough to stay with us, and I want to thank everybody for that. No earnings today after hours, so we didn't have much to go over. I think Adara and I killed it.
I think we did a good job.
Maybe a little bias there. At least you did. I probably.
I think we balanced it.
I was probably average, maybe if not even weaker than normal. But no, just joking. Okay, well, thank you to Adara. Oh, here, I was just gonna say thank you to Adara. So thank you to Adara. TS Booger's here as well. Thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend. Ron Miller's like, yeah, he's exhausted as well. Nephew with a capital. Awesome week. Yeah, I mean, it was an awesome week. I don't think we wound up with a red day, so I think we're pretty excited this week as well. No, we did. I think we battled back. Anyways, James, thank you so much. Bears versus Bulls, thank you so much for everything that you've done. Of course, Erie Pages is here. I think you're already logged out, right? So
I'm still logged in. I just logged out of my P-Pro 8. But yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, go say hi to some people.
Never, always, ever. Thank you so much here. Raju Sankar, the Piper, 9:30 p.m. where you're from, I believe, the UK. So shout out to you. Ronaldo, Bob Curran. We've got Ron Miller, Daryl Flinch here. Now, cool. Bears vs. Bulls, thank you to everything you do every single day. Snake Sloan, Ostentatious Production, Bbot 5000, Vizbot, Bear Slayer, and our friend Fabian, or Ramin. I think it's Fabian who's still here. Thank you, Fabian, for staying. Ramin, Andre, our whole team. I need to go take a nap soon, but thank you guys for all being here with us.
All right, thank you, Adara. Yeah, what a great, fantastic day. That was a great way to wrap it up. Thanks, Fabian, for staying late with us. And thank you to Joe this week, Sharif. And next week, it's me and Obi all week.
Oh, boy.
So, wait a minute. That means I'm doing the after show every day next week? All right. We'll look forward to that. Is that a good thing? All right, thank you to everybody for joining one more time. It's been a busy one, man. We've been filming all week as well. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes, and you're going to see that very, very soon. So, Adara, this, of course, is today it's a lime.
It's a lime?
So what can we do?
This is some lime juice for guacamole.
Perfect, guacamole. Enjoy some guacamole. I like that one. Thank you to everybody. Thanks, Bears vs. Bulls and all. Thank you, Adara. Go get some rest. You deserve it, man. It's been a great week. So, ciao to everybody. We'll see everybody 8:30 on Monday. Go Bitcoin.
Peace out.